Welcome everybody. Hold on. Gotta get on the right screen. Everything is broken. I'm out of practice. Welcome everybody to Blades in the Dark, episode 1 question mark? At least a one shot of Blades in the Dark. I am Samalander and I will be your GM, and I have some players.
Hi everybody, I'm Suda. I'm playing Lady Eloise Bridgerton, and we are gonna have an absolute blast.
Yay. I think, does that make me next?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I am.
Cool.
I know, I don't know what's first, you or me. Anyway, I am Mia. I stream on Twitch, and this is my, second time playing any kind of role-playing game, and my first Blades in the Dark game.
Who's your character?
Oh, I'm so sorry. My character is Colette Davis, a cutter. That's it. Do I need to say more
You're
things?
good.
Oh, okay.
I am. I don't know who's more nervous, me or I. I have never played an RPG before. I've never even watched an RPG, so this is going to be super fun. I submit to peer pressure very easily. I am Moo. I stream at I Moo to You Moo 2 at Twitch TV. My character is Cavell Dalmore, otherwise known as Cricket, and I am a slide.
So exciting.
I think we have an angel.
I saw that we had an angel in Discord.
Hello.
Yay! Oh.
If you could introduce yourself and your character, Angel?
So I am Auspicious Angel, and I stream over at twitch.tv/AuspiciousAngel. And my character is, I believe we went with Grummond Brine, who is a spider.
Welcome.
All right. So we zoom in. We taking the eyes of a raven, we fly past the sparking, ever bright shield of hold on, my brain, plasmic energy surrounding the city of Duskval. And as the raven flies, we fly over a bunch of farms growing mushrooms and other nefarious things to the site of a used to be temple, and then it was a brothel, and now is the very new home of a crew of cutters and thieves, the Demon Skanks, planning for their next less dark time to rob a bank. They stand around a table full of food and knives and perhaps even a map, and they are deciding how they want to kick this whole thing off. All right. So we will do a very quick is there anything that we want to make sure we establish before we go into this? And then from then we will roll our engagement roll, and we'll see what happens at that point.
Anything we want to establish regarding who we are as a group, or
the plan for the taking on of the bank.
Maybe what territory we're in, who's good, who's bad.
Okay, we can review that a little bit. So you guys are currently you live in Crow's territory, and you like the Crows. You paid them off to not knock you over, and this bank heist is somewhere on the edge of the territory between the Crows and the Red Sashes. There is war, or perhaps rumor of war, between those two main groups, and you guys are just kind of poking. You're not sure who. You think a bunch of rich people by taking over this bank.
and Red Sashes is the name of our...
They are another large gang. They're rival to the Crows.
Okay.
They don't know you exist, and you hope to keep it that way.
Okay. I am taking.
Are they the military?
Oh no, the military is
okay.
The military is the blue coats.
That's it.
They are the largest gang in Duskfall. The only reason they're not a gang, they're not considered a gang, is because the nominal government says that they're not a gang. They're the ones that everybody runs away from in the end, because they just have more people, more money, more stuff.
Yuck.
Blue coats, red sashes, both bad.
But yes, you hate both of them. All right.
Even though the red sashes don't know us, we still just say boo.
Of course.
We don't like you. Okie doke.
All right. So plan is to hit this bank. Are we going in? We'll do a quick little bit. You guys have done some background work. Especially your spider has collected some information. And are you going in the front door? Are you going in some other way? And I'm going to look up the engagement roll, because I'm going to need that here in just a moment. You guys, your crew is the basically bust in the front door and knock things over crew.
Right.
That's right.
The Bravos.
We are Bravos.
So.
Right.
Mercenary thugs, killers.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we have Colette.
That's
Who
correct.
is our...
Yes.
Who is our whatchamacallit?
127. All right.
I might
What do you
submit that it would be a good idea for like one of us to just sort of like walk in like a normal patron first, just to make sure that there's nothing unexpected. Like this is the exact day that 3 armed guards just happen to be depositing their personal paychecks or something. And I would volunteer to do that.
Okay.
Or Moo, you said that your character's a slide?
Yes, and my spies have told me that Wednesday would be the best day.
And that is tomorrow. I'm not even gonna go into there's like a whole day of the week and weeks of the month. Wednesday is fine. All right. So, we're gonna have one person go in ahead of time and scout out the area, and then everybody else will follow in the front door. I am good with this. So we're gonna roll right into the engagement roll. Basically, we're gonna start our score. Actually, could I get a fortune roll for this score from everybody? So we'll this we can use for like learning how fortune rolls work. So if everybody could go to their character sheet and tell me if you are rolling insight, prowess, or resolve, and what you're hoping to get from it, and we will do a fortune roll to get that. So we'll start with Suda, since go ahead.
I apologize. I am at Roll20, but
Yes.
can somebody send me the link to join this particular game?
Oh, you had joined it, but okay, hold on.
Angel, it might show on your main screen when you log in.
I haven't-
Launch game.
Okay, I did not see that it had not signed me in. Okay, let me
yeah.
get past this. I agree. And main game. I apologize. I'm not familiar with Roll20, so I'm just trying to my games maybe. Here we go.
Yep.
Launch.
Hey, there's an angel. All right, awesome.
Yay!
All right. So, tell me. We'll start with Suda. Will tell me what you are planning on rolling. Insight, prowess, or resolve, and then I think you can just click on the thing and it will roll it for you.
That is an affirmative.
All right. So insight.
We're doing insight because I'm going to see if the ruby teeth of a previous associate of mine are in a safety deposit box or not.
Whoa.
Ooh, okay. So you got a mixed result, or a result with consequences. I will. We have a mixed result, so we're gonna say one of two things. You can have investigated this, and either you get a +1 dice on your engagement roll, or those teeth exist and will get you personally extra coin at the end of this mission.
Oh, interesting.
So, which go ahead.
Most likely extra.
All right. So on a successful mission, you will get 1 extra coin at the resolution, and you will have just managed to sneak those ruby teeth out from somewhere. All right. All right. Mia.
Yes.
Insight, prowess, or resolve. What are you doing?
Well, I think I'd like to roll resolve.
Okay.
And do I need to, like, I don't know that I have a detail about what it is that
Sure.
I'm doing. But it's, I'm thinking command obedience with my force of personality, intimidate, threaten, lead an action with one of the crew's gangs. So I think I'm going to be focused on sort of taking the first step.
All right.
Go
So
ahead.
maybe you've got some people in the area keeping the blue coats from hearing about it so soon.
Love it. And how do I roll insight? Roll resolve.
So if you just click on the word resolve in your character sheet, it should roll it. I think.
Oh, wow. And no bonus dice.
No bonus dice. Yep.
Oh, that was fun. I'm sorry.
So you got you got a 6 on your roll, which is a success with no downside. It's not a critical success, but it is a full success. So with your command of the local bums and everybody in the street, we're gonna get an extra 1d on the engagement roll for entering this encounter. So I'll keep that in my head. All right, moving right up the thing.
I am going to roll for prowess, and I think I'm going to go for finesse.
Well, you just it is so right now we're in the I just forgot the name of it, but basically the vertical, so you don't have to specify finesse, it's just
Okay.
the up and down. So prowess is basically physical ability, sneakiness, that sort of thing. Okay. So you were extra sneaky, and you learned something great. So 2 6s is a critical success. You got more than you thought you were going to get. So we will add an extra 1d to the engagement roll again. And do you want some piece of personal wealth at the end of this, or do you want something? I can give you an extra dice going forward to whenever you want to use it. Basically your first roll once we're actually in the encounter. You can have an extra dice.
I will take an extra die.
All right. And then rounding out with our leader, the spider, Mr. Angel, Mr. Drummond. I should be using character names. I'm going to totally try to remember that.
Well, Grummond has like a really severe case of like imposter syndrome, and one of the reasons that he wants to do this whole thing is because he's like his day job is being a lawyer, but he's like a big pretender at it and terribly unsuccessful because he gambles away all of his cash, and he's constantly under this intense mental strain of being, pretending to be good at his job, failing financially, and now he's gonna like join in this crew to try to get this big payday,
Right.
And find a way to get away with it. So for those reasons, I think he'd want to go with a resolve to sort of like get his nerves under control and sort of like focus, similar to how he would do when he's going to go into the courtroom. Like fake it till you make it, and that's his theory.
All right, go for it.
So no bonus dice, just submit.
2 3s. So that is below a. That is so. So the success is 1 through 3 is a failure or a consequence with no success. Oftentimes, 4 and 5 are marginal successes. A 6 is a complete success, and a pair of 6s or higher is a critical hit. So Grumman finds themselves walking into this thing just a ball of nerves, and the entire crew can kind of tell that you're not quite all there, and so we're gonna pull one dice off the engagement roll because Drummond is not quite in the mental space of I'm gonna rob the bank, not deposit a bunch of money in the bank.
Just visibly sweating.
Right. So, who would like to roll the engagement roll? Pick one. Otherwise, I'll just roll a d4 and make whoever does that.
I can do it.
All right.
If you tell me how.
So yes, we're gonna roll the engagement roll. So we get 1 dice just because you guys are lucky, 100%. Just because pure luck. You are the player characters. You're the heroes of this story. So we have an additional 2 dice from major advantages from Cricket and Colette's good thoughts before the thing. We have -1 dice from Grumman's nervousness. So currently we're sitting at, by my count, 2 dice. Do you guys have any other major advantages to doing this walk in the front door and rob a bank that you can think of?
I have cloak and dagger.
Okay. That's
So if I walk in using a disguise, I can walk in using a disguise or misdirection and
sure.
throw off my disguise, resulting in surprise to give initiative.
Okay. So
Wow.
so sure. And you were going to
I
head
get
about
+1 die.
ahead of everybody else, right? Or was that? No, that was Grumman that was going to be ahead of everybody else. What? Okay, brain reset. Who was going to go in first and scout out the place before you actually hit it?
We can go either way. I would, my character would volunteer. Moo's character, being a slide, might be able to go in and be able to case the joint more subtly.
Sure.
Especially with Grumman's overt sweating and nerves.
Right. All right, so I'll give you an extra 1
So-
1d for that. So you guys are currently
I
at
tell
3
Grumman
dice.
to chill out. I got it.
Nice.
All right, do you guys have any major disadvantages? Things that you haven't thought of that might happen, things that like I'm going to volunteer, and you guys can disagree with me if you want. You guys are hitting a bank that's not really in your territory. And so despite all of your work, you're not real familiar with the area.
Yeah.
So there could be problems with our getaway.
And so there could be problems with your getaway. All right. So that is 2 dice currently on the engagement roll. Okay, before we start, everybody needs to, because I forgot about it, everybody needs to determine a load that they're going to be carrying with them. A light load makes that getaway easier, and if you have to move quickly in the middle of the score, it's easier to do so. A normal load is everything's normal. So a light load might I might give you an extra D on your, if you're trying to, say, use finesse to escape during the escape part of it. I might give you an extra D on that if you have a light load. And then a heavy load is the opposite of that, where if you're trying to use finesse to escape after you guys have stolen the money, then I might take a D off of that roll. So light, normal, or heavy.
And we each pick our own, correct?
You each pick your own, and there's
Okay.
a thing at the top where you can like dot it to show that that's what you currently have.
I can just go ahead and say that I am carrying a normal load.
Okay.
Me as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Grummond would also go for a normal load. If this was less subtle, then he'd probably want to be the glad hander who goes in light and sort of sets things up. But since we're doing a smash and grab, normal.
All right. Eloise is muted.
I am going a normal load as well, just because I don't feel like being stabbed today.
All right, and do remember, you guys have an extra armor from your crew that if you get stabbed, you can use before you dig into your load.
Why do we have that?
Because on your crew, you guys took. Let me pop it open.
On your headset.
You took. Oh, something. Forged in the Fire.
Here.
Okay.
I think
All right,
was
thank
what
you.
it was. Oh, you get plus 1d
Yes.
on resistance.
Get plus 1d if I use Cloak and Dagger as well. So does that count for this beginning roll?
No. That was you got that extra from an advantage. Well, basically you did. But it's already figured in.
Okay.
Okay. So you go ahead, and so we're at 2 dice for our engagement roll. So if you could please roll 2d6. Cricket.
I am clicking. 2d6.
That was 1.
I put in 2.
Do it again. All right.
Ta-da!
So we are a 4. So that is 4 and 5 is let me see. Hold on. Engagement roll. 4 to 5 mixed result. You are in a risky position when the action starts. So I'm going to make a note that we are in risky.
That just makes it more fun.
So, all right. Which means that you guys aren't in control of the situation. It hasn't gone 100% according to plan. But it hasn't gone terribly wrong yet. So we're going to pop over to this scene. You are there. We're going to say that you are there and then... Actually, no. Hold on. You are there. You are there. And you two are just outside the door. So... You guys have busted into this situation, and Colette, you have broken down the front door with your fist and have yelled what to let everybody know that there's a bank robbery going on.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I actually thought that you were saying that I yelled the word what, and I thought that's an odd way to start.
That's what I heard. That's how I took it as well. And I'm like, because what is the universal word that signifies bank robbery?
It would throw everyone off their measure like that. Maybe that's why we're starting not particularly in control of things.
Right.
Colette smashes down the door, strides in. What?
Okay. I'm sure if that's what you want to do.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I
I
agree
slap
to
my
that.
hand to my head and think, oh, we should have had more briefing sessions before we did this.
All right. So we are in a risky situation. So the result of this is a broken door, about amount of confusion from your crew, and a guy, like, I'm sure all of you will see. Well, no, not all of you will see this. So I'm sure that Cricket and Colette see a guy exiting an office to the north end of where you guys are standing. And he looks at you and he yells, oh, shoot. I'm going to completely forget his line. Oh my
Like
god.
that he can yell, oh, shoot.
No.
I know.
He yells,
And I oblige.
don't you know what this is? You and your friends are all dead! And he pulls out a crossbow and shoots Colette in the... Just shoots Colette with a crossbow. All right. So I'm going to be doing a level 2 harm to you, Colette. You can resist, or you can resist this normally. Or you can use your armor. So
Resist normally. Meaning...
So resist is use insight, prowess, or resolve to basically tell me that no, I don't get shot, and this is what happens instead, and you take a certain amount of stress depending on what you get for a dice roll. Or you can just say it hits your armor and doesn't do anything.
Yeah, okay. So I'm coming up with some backstory here. Because my vice is this powdered opium, I am coming off of, this is the next day after a real having gone on a real bender.
Sure.
So I am absolutely out of sorts, which is why when I walk into the bank, I just scream, "What?" So at this point, I don't feel like I would be in a place to resist anything. So I'm going to say it hits my armor.
All right. So you don't have to mark an armor because you guys have an extra one from your crew, but do keep track of the fact that you have now used up that extra armor.
Okay.
All right. So this is the position we find ourselves in with a guy with a crossbow, a bunch of looking very frightened counter people, and you guys just entering the front door. There is no initiative order. We kind of just go through who has an action and what do they do. So who has an action and what do they do?
Well, since I'm on the inside and see everything that's happening,
Yep.
I call out to my two companions. I call out to Grummond and Lady Eloise, and call to Grummond to pull Colette from the doorway. And
Okay.
and summon Lady Eloise inside to assist with the crazy crossbow man.
All right. Are you going to be basically be doing a help action to somebody else then? Somebody else's action?
Sure.
All right. So since you declared that instead of saying an action, I won't make you take stress when you do whatever you're going to do to help the next person who does a thing, which sounds like it might be Lady Eloise.
Yes.
So
I'm sorry, could we take a second real quick just to go over the help action?
yes. So generally speaking, if somebody wants to do something, that I'm going to use wreck to punch in this bank person's face. You can help somebody out and say, "Oh, I'm going to help you out by tripping them up so that you get a better shot at their face." And then they would get an extra dice on their roll, and you would take 1 stress.
Okay.
You can do that for any action, but since Cricket here is going to just do that instead of doing anything else this term, I'm not gonna make you take stress. I'm not gonna make her take stress.
Got it. Thank you.
No problem. There's no like speed of people, so feel free to move yourself around to an appropriate place.
Yep. With that in mind, just gonna take a few steps in and be like, what my associate was so unabashedly trying to say is, give us all your money and get down, or have a few extra holes put in you.
Okay. This sounds like a command or sway. How nice are you being? Super
As
nice.
elegant as possible,
Okay.
as streamlined, as if I'm used to commanding a room.
Because she is, after all, a lady.
Of course. So, with Cricket's help, you gave yourself an extra dice on the roll. So roll sway then.
Not command. Not command.
One other thing, do you remember flashbacks exist? If you guys want to run down a quick on that, what it is, anytime, just let me know.
Bonus.
Oh, effect standard. Okay, so you rolled a 3 in risky. There's a table for that somewhere that I had. Hold on. Nope, that's the wrong thing. So, nope. Nope. Nope.
Yes, whenever you get a chance, I would love to know what a flashback is. And
Yes,
does.
please.
Action roll. Fortune roll. Nope. Okay. So does anybody? I will go over that. If somebody could find me the table on the outcomes for taking actions in risky and failing. So a flashback is you say, "Oh, we had the perfect example for this set up days ago. This is what that is." You explain what that perfect backup for that thing is, and then I tell you how much stress it costs you to have done that. And then we can negotiate if it's like, oh, that's too much stress, maybe it's this instead, or whatever. It's basically the mechanic of the dream one where the guy goes in the dreams. Inception, where it's like you're watching the film and something horrible happens, but then they cut back to some earlier scene where oh no, that was actually what they wanted to happen, and this is why. There's also a TV show that has that. Page 168. Thank you very much.
Yeah, if it's helpful, the way that I've heard it described is if you've ever seen a heist movie where it's like Ocean's 11 and they're in the middle of the heist, and then something will come up that seems like it's going to be detrimental, but then you'll get like an inline flashback to them having prepared for something shockingly similar to that. That's what happens here. So, for example, one thing that I would like to posit is that my fighter has the special ability to get blueprints for a building.
Right.
So even though we haven't previously established that, on my turn, I'm going to, or as soon as it's convenient, I'll announce that my character has the architectural blueprints for this building, so we will know where the vault is and if there's any weakened walls or other what's the most expeditious route inside. We didn't talk about that prior to this, but the flashback mechanic lets you just declare something like that during the action.
Yep.
Thank you.
So triggering the action roll. So risky actions. Usually it's like the failure is there is a consequence. It's like you lose this opportunity. Basically, nothing happens. Something happens, but you take a consequence, a bad consequence. No, this is a failure. You just take a bad consequence, and then you can resist as per normal. So what happens is you're being all elegant and and going like this, and the guy with the crossbow at the top of the room just takes 2 steps forward, reloads, and shoots you with it. We're in risky, so that's a level 2 harm.
Is it possible for Colette to go bodyguard? Use my bodyguard ability when that happens?
Sure. What is your bodyguard ability? I don't know. Go ahead.
Sure. When you protect. Oh no, wait. I'm so sorry. Do we get all of the special abilities in our character sheet, or is it just one that we chose?
Just the ones that are tagged.
Okay, so I only have not to be trifled with tagged.
Right.
So never mind. I apologize.
Go. That's fine. All right. So you are currently you were currently going to be taking a level 2 harm, Eloise. What are you going to take it, or are you going to resist it, or are you going to take it on your armor? Or hold on. Or you can say, that's not right. I'm gonna do this at risky instead, and move yourself into risky, and roll it again.
Gotcha. So with the first roll for the sway, it was supposed to be in risky, correct?
Sorry, not risky. Desperate. Move it
Gotcha.
from risky to yeah. You are in risky. So you could say, no, I want to actually do the thing. So I'm going to move to desperate and roll it again. Basically, you don't take we won't be taking the consequence, or we'll be re-rolling the consequence, and we will move you into risky, or sorry, desperate.
Gotcha. I think I'm just gonna take it on the armor.
All right, so you took it on the free armor, and so now you have a crossbow bolt sticking out of somewhere on your body that hasn't actually injured you. And you're staring at this person who's defiantly staring you back.
And just be like, that was not very nice.
All right. So Colette and Grummond, you guys still have things to do.
I am thinking.
So
Yeah.
I can't do anything until they've done something?
So generally
Okay.
speaking, unless everybody says I don't have anything else I want to do right now, does anybody else? We'll kind of go through everybody, but there's no particular
Okay.
order.
Okay.
Basically,
Well, if I have an idea, I need to wait.
all you guys have an action, and then if you haven't done anything to progress action along, I'm going to take an action against you.
All right. I think what I'd like to do, if it is possible,
Yep.
I would like to grab the crossbow bolt
Yep.
that is sticking out of Lady Eloise
Yep. Sure.
and charge toward the dude who took aim.
Okay. Sure. This sounds like either are we skirmishing with him? Are we wrecking him? Are you punching it? Like, this sounds like a physical roll. How are you doing this thing?
I think just running headlong. Physical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are you gonna just like Hulk smash him and that would be wreck?
Got it.
Or are you gonna come in careful so he doesn't shoot you again and like not fence with him but like use it to kind of stab him?
No, wreck.
Wreck. Okay. So you are coming in to wreck this guy's face. So you're gonna move up to here.
Okay.
So roll your wreck. And you are in risky.
So sorry. Now, am I able? Would I have been able to apply skirmish at that point, or do I have to actually be up in close combat with the person already?
No, so there's no such thing as like positioning and stuff in this. The
Okay,
map is just kind of to help you guys picture things.
Got it.
So you can
Okay.
use skirmish if you want. So if you're
Yes, please.
if you're not like bowling over tables, hulking your way in. If you're like moving carefully and dodging any shots that are coming in, that's skirmish.
Okay. And it also says brawl and wrestle, so I think
Yeah.
that will apply. So I'm going to go running toward him, saying, "I said what?"
All right. So roll
And-
your skirmish. Go ahead.
A quick question, because I don't know if I have to announce this before we resolve or not.
Yeah.
But like one of the things that my character can do is like command, and it's specifically about command obedience with your force of personality.
Yep.
So even though I'm like around the corner and like literally on roll 20 cannot actually see what's going on, I suspect that I will know that 2 crossbow shots have been taken, and my character would want to distract him or otherwise disincentivize the 3rd shot
Yep.
by shouting, "You've already failed twice. Drop it."
So
Something like
that
that.
sounds like the aid action. So you can feel free to do that. You would take 1 stress and give Colette an extra dice on her prowl roll.
And
Or-
in this case, I do have the foresight ability that
Yep.
allows me to aid twice without paying stress.
So-
I would love to mark that I've done it once somewhere so I remember.
Yep. So you do that one for free. So yes. Take an extra dice on your prowl. Oh, by the way, you could always push yourself for another extra dice. I didn't cover that earlier. So if you take 2 stress, you can just try extra hard and and take some stress and get an extra dice on a roll.
When I go to roll my prowess,
Yep.
It's asking position. So how is that determined?
So we started
Whether
that.
it's- yeah.
So we started off in position risky because
Okay.
that's what our engagement roll said that we were in.
Right. Okay.
And then if you get a critical success, you can move yourself from risky to controlled, or
Perfect.
take extra effect, or you can basically do it better, or yeah. So there's a way to move up, or if you fail, you can always move yourself down into desperate, and it makes everything more dangerous, but you only get experience if you're rolling in desperate.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Is that the case for everyone?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm rolling, and
So you're rolling skirmish.
yep, and I risky, and it's asking for effect, standard, limited, great,
Standard.
extreme. Okay.
And you have one extra dice from Angel, from
Thank you.
Drummond.
One bonus die.
All right. So you rolled 3. You are in risky skirmish. Do.
5 is good.
5 is good. 5 is a success with a consequence. So we can trade blows. Basically, you get a hit on them, they get hit on you. Reduced effect. You could just. It is a limited effect, so you're just tagging with him. Neither of you get a hit on each other. Or you can say, I really want to take this person out. I'm going to go desperate instead.
All right. It's going to have limited effect because as I'm charging, I lose my step and trip a little bit. So the bolt goes into a non-lethal spot.
All right. So he gets lightly stabbed. You get, like, the crossbow the guys had is a heavy wooden thing that he kind of clocks you up the side of the head with.
Yep.
And so you guys are currently in a punching match, essentially. You guys are currently fighting with each other.
Got it.
All right. Grummond, I think you're the one who hasn't done much.
So do silent alarms or similar switches exist in this world? Because if so, my character would want to trust in Mia, Moo, and Maddie to take on that guard, and hopefully like charge in and interact with those tellers, jump across the counter and stop them, disincentivize any of them from hitting any sort of alarm switches that they might have, because that's going to take this situation and make it much worse.
So this is a steampunk world full of magic. There absolutely is possibility for some sort of silent alarm.
All right, and in our flashback, where before coming on this adventure, we were
Yes.
all at the church, and
Yep.
my character would have unrolled the architectural plans that he would have gotten through one of the contacts that he made during his years of law practice. I don't know if this is like a roll that's made, but would Grummond have the ability to have learned about or marked down where any sort of alarm points might be? These are points of sensitivity that we need to either control, disable, or neuter before they, before the people inside the bank are able to take advantage of them.
So we'll do a flashback so we can get that mechanic in. So your character got the architectural drawings for this place, and you spent days, nay, weeks possibly even, poring over these things, looking at where does this building connect to the sewers? Where does, where are all the holes in the wall supposed to be? So I would say we'll call it 2 stress, since you got the plans for free. Every location in this building that has a button that has a silent alarm on it.
Nice.
And we're gonna just draw some circles with red dots. So there's a silent alarm there. There's a silent alarm there. there, and there's one here. And there's one there. Oh, there is a section of floor here that you know if you step on it without doing the right thing will set off an alarm. So yes, you know where all those silent alarms are. What are you gonna do
Where's the
about
section
it?
of floor?
Oh, you guys don't see it. Never mind. You don't know about it. Oh, but no, you do have agriculture. You do have architectural drawings, and so we're gonna just do. Should be able to do it. That everybody should see everything now, right?
Oh.
Yep.
All right, so you guys have a layout of the bank. So, yeah.
And I assume, so on my character sheet, I should probably mark off blueprints because that's like a specific thing. So
Yep.
I'm putting that onto my load, which it is not italicized. So I think it takes up one load. Is that right?
That is correct. Since it's taking a part of your load, well, the blueprints you already had, so that gave you the visibility of everything. The stress is for the knowing where all of the secret buttons are.
Sure. And where do I mark stress? Because I want to make sure that
It is just underneath like your name, the look, all of that.
got it. Okay, I think yes.
Yes,
so
two stress. Correct.
So yeah, my character would want to, knowing where those silent alarms are, you know, I don't know how far he's allowed to move, but
anywhere that's not in the vault, or yeah, basically anywhere in this main. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Button. Anywhere in this like main area, you can be anywhere in that room.
okay.
There's no
by main area. Like, is he allowed to like vault over the?
Yeah.
Okay. Because yeah, he'd want to get back here
Okay.
and then like do a command, like use his command ability to say, all right, everyone, back away from the counters. And
All
like this fight is still happening.
Right.
But he knows the crew well enough to know that he can get back here and try to be intimidating.
Sure. So, is anybody gonna assist with this? Are you going to push yourself?
Not push it this time.
Okay. Anybody gonna assist with this for some stress? Anybody have an assist for this? I guess I should say more correctly.
I am engaged in a skirmish, so I will not be able to assist.
Okay. Well, that sounds like
Plan for the skirmish.
okay. So sounds like you're just rolling your two command dice, and you are currently in risky.
And so here's a question, since we haven't rolled to resolve yet. I also have this consort ability, which is described as consort with connections from your heritage, background, friends, or rivals. Is there any room in the flashback for my character to have been aware that an old family acquaintance would actually be working behind the counter on this day, and they are not going to assist us with the
thieving,
but has been persuaded through various familial relationships to at least not hit the button.
Sure.
And would that also be a consort roll?
So that wouldn't be a consort roll, but I will give you. What I'll do is I'll just give you an extra dice. I won't cost you. That'll be part of your flashback. So just take an extra dice on this command roll, because you're gonna have a person who starts acting immediately rather than looking to somebody else to act. Which, if you know people, if somebody starts acting, then everybody else kind of follows along.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is risky.
Yep, we are currently in risky.
And effect standard.
Yep.
Okay. And submit, and bonus dice is 1. Submit and roll.
Command. You got a 5. So that is basically you get what you want, but there's a consequence. You don't get what you want, and it's just reduced effect. Basically, nothing happens. Or you say, no, I really wanted that to happen, so we're going to try again in desperate.
I'm trying to think of what the effects of like a mixed success would be, because the hope was that none of them hit the alarm. So then something bad happens to my character. So, gosh, I'm trying to think of what's good.
So a mixed success would be some of them move away from the alarm buttons, but not all of them do.
And under those circumstances, would one of them have hit it, or would they represent an ongoing threat for the next turn?
Ongoing threat for the next turn, because you didn't just straight up fail.
Let's elevate it to desperate. So
okay.
Just remind me. So desperate, I roll again with the 3 dice, or
yep,
what happens?
You roll again with the 3 dice. You roll in desperate, so you mark an experience on your resolve. I believe you mark an experience. I think it goes, yeah, because so since you're using command, you would add 1 experience, which is that bar. Yep, there. So and then you roll again in desperate, and you remain in desperate from here until you can either get back into risky or you, yeah.
Oh, so it's desperate from this point moving forward.
Yes.
This seems really early for me to do that then. Okay, so I will accept the mixed success then.
All right, so then uncheck your experience. 2 of them, the ones that are right next to you, move away from their buttons. I don't know why there's that many of them. So those 2 move away from their buttons, but the other 2 are still like, you don't think they've hit the button yet, but they sure haven't followed what you wanted them to do.
Got it.
All right. So we took care of that.
Noticing that they're not following, I'm going to walk up behind Grummond, brandishing the blade.
I'm gonna do a little bit of something.
Ooh.
Before we get to that, because you guys have been real loud, but you haven't really done a whole lot yet. So what you see, what you guys see is, and you know this person was supposed to be here, but you hadn't seen him until now. You see a blue coat who's rounding the corner at the top of the room and just taking in this entire situation. Okay.
Oh.
Now we're gonna go right back to who wants. Everybody's done something. I've done something. Who wants to do something again?
I'm going to walk up with Grummond as gracefully and elegant as I can, brandish a short sword, and just using command say, "He said, move away."
So gonna mark a blade or 2 on your items.
Yep.
All
it's already loaded.
Awesome. So since you used an inventory for that, I'm gonna go ahead and give you an extra dice on your command roll. I don't know if that's right or not, but we'll do it. 5. It's a mixed success. So again, some of them move away, but not all of them. We take a reduced effect. None of them move away, but you don't take any consequences. Or you really, really want this to happen, so you move yourself into desperate.
We're gonna move it into desperate.
All right. Make a note for yourself. So go ahead and then you will gain an experience because you're gonna go ahead and roll again.
Resolve command in desperate submit.
So you didn't fail, but we're in desperate. So I think what happens is one of them moves away and the other one hits their button, but you can see it's like a steam pipe that's like coming up to pressure, and it's not instantaneous, and then they run into the corner of the room because they're afraid of you. But they have pushed their button, And I am going to start a clock. You guys have to deal with this button. Hold on. I'm going to just do it in, hold on, this. Haha. In the crew. Character sheet. We're going to have a 4-position clock. Hold on. I know there's clocks on here somewhere. Clocks plus. Clock name. This is the silent alarm, and it's got 4 positions on it. I'm going to go ahead and fill in 1 position. So, silent alarm has, I think that popped it into the, there it is. Silent alarm has started, so you have until I fill up that silent alarm to deal with it before it goes off and tells somebody that this alarm has gone off. All right.
I step up and say, I grow tired of your continued resistance. I dip my hand into my beautifully beaded bag.
Sure.
And pull out some trance powder.
Oh, that's fun.
I throw it in the crossbolt wielder's face.
Okay.
And order him to first stop whomping on Colette and then to disengage the panic button.
Okay. This sounds like a sway roll to me. Or maybe consort, but you use trance powder. Yeah, you're this guy. Well, we'll see what happens, but you think if this hit, he's going to be real amenable to be following your orders. So
yes, plus I have extra dots in the sway column, so I would like to use sway, please.
Sway. All right. You going to push yourself?
And pushing myself does what?
It costs you 2 stress, and you get an extra dice on your roll. Makes it much more likely to succeed.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Because I would enjoy de-stressing afterwards. So.
Is anybody going to help you out?
I feel like I would.
Okay.
I would help out.
Okay. How are you going to help out? Just describe it. Gonna just like shove this guy in the way of the trance powder as it's coming?
Give me a sec just to think about it.
Or something else. It's up to you.
I'm trying to. Oh gosh, that sounds like a great plan. Yeah, I'll go. Nice one, Cricket, and then pull the dude into the powder.
All right, so you get 2 extra dice, Cricket. You get 1 extra from your pushing yourself, and you take 1 extra from Colette assisting. So Colette, you mark 1 stress on your stress meter, and Cricket, mark 2 stress on your stress meter, and then roll your dice. You are still in risky.
So I roll for resolve?
Not for resolve, but for
no.
sway. So click on sway instead.
Sway, risky, submit. Effect, standard?
Standard effect, yep. Because you're not. So if you were using a fine thing, if an item came up as fine, then you would have increased effect.
Okay.
And bonus dice, I get 1?
Yep, 2. Actually 2.
2.
1 for one from yourself and 1 from Colette.
Okay.
So we have sway with a mixed result. Either you get the trance powder into him and he's gonna follow you what you said, but he's gonna shoot you first. You have reduced effect. He doesn't quite get hit with he doesn't quite get hit with the trance powder. He's not gonna follow what you want him to do, but he doesn't actually shoot you. Or you can say, I would like to move into desperate, and I really want this to happen.
Okay, what were the first 2 options again?
First option is basically you get what you want, but there's a consequence. Basically, he shoots you with the crossbow, and you're in risky, so for a 2 harm wound. But he's gonna follow what you told him to do. That was option number 1. Option number 2 is you don't get what you want. Basically, you lose this opportunity. Or option number 3 is you can move yourself into desperate and try again.
I will go. I choose to get what I want, but with consequence.
All right. So he's going to shoot you with the crossbow, and then he's going to start working. He's going to stop engaging with Colette and start working on the silent alarm. So you have a 2 harm consequence coming at you. Are you going to resist it in some way?
Yes. How would I do that?
You can either use insight, prowess, or resolve to what is it called? Resist a consequence with it, or you can just say it hits my armor instead, and nothing happens to me. Or you can just accept the wound.
Can I finesse my way under the table to dodge it?
You can prowess your way under the table to dodge it.
Okay.
So
I will choose to attempt that.
Okay, so that happens. You succeed at doing that. Now we find out how much stress it cost you. So click on prowess.
Okay.
And that'll pop up a thing in the list.
Moo, add 1 dice to your resistance because we have forged and fire on the crew sheet.
Oh, that too. So add an extra dice.
So 1 bonus?
Yep.
Can I also choose to use my bonus die that I won at the beginning?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So 2 bonus, and that burns the bonus die you got at the beginning.
Okay.
So you rolled, there's 2 4s in there, so a 4. So you would normally take 6 stress, but because you have a 4 in the list, instead you take 4 off of that, and so you take an additional 2 stress. You successfully resist the roll with ducking underneath the table in front of you. So all right, who's up next?
I just have a quick question. I just took with my assistance move back there.
Yep.
All that happened for me was that I took a bit of stress.
Yeah, you took 1 stress.
Yeah. Okay. And we just started a new turn, correct?
I think you're the last one to go. Or no, Angel hasn't gone yet.
Grummond, yeah.
Grummond hasn't gone yet.
So both myself and Grummond haven't gone yet?
Yep.
All right, well, I'm going to jump in since we're still dealing the way I had attempted to pull him into the cloud was via the crossbow. I had my hands on the crossbow.
Sure.
And I yanked him.
Sure.
When he went to move toward the alarm, I went with him, and I am attempting to get the crossbow out of his hands.
Okay. So he's holding on to it, but he's not like trying to hit you with it anymore. Right. But yeah, so this sounds like a some sort of command or a physical roll. Or maybe, yeah, I mean, if you want to use a mental roll, like say, oh, I see he's kind of holding it loosely, so I'm gonna hunt and hit his thumb just right to do it, or something like that. Tell me what skill you're using, and then roll it.
Well, let me ask you: Can I establish that I have a blade, and can I jab him with the blade with one hand and yank the crossbow with the other?
So, yep, all you have to do is tick off a blade or 2 on your character sheet.
Yep.
And then that is truth. You had a blade or 2.
You have to leave him. You have to leave him in good enough shape that he can disable the alarm, though.
I'm giving him a stab. Well, no, I'm giving him a stab to the gut, and saying, "Give me that thing."
Okay. Is this a prowl or a wreck or a skirmish or a finesse?
This is skirmish again.
Skirmish. All right.
Yep. And
so
are
you gonna push yourself?
I don't know yet. Like I'd want to roll first to find out if I want to push myself.
You have to tell me you're pushing yourself before you roll.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, let me think. Feet of physical superhuman. No, I'm not going to push.
All right. So, Cricket, if you want to aid, you could say that your whatever powder shoot. The thing you hit him with is aiding, continuing to hang around for a stress, or if you have another aid.
Mm-hmm. The trans powder
yes.
has made him. Yes, the trans powder has made him weak and non-defiant.
Okay. So, yeah.
And the effects are lingering.
Yeah, so if the effects are lingering, go ahead and spend a stress to do that. And gives Colette an extra dice.
All right. So I'm rolling risky.
Yep.
Standard.
Yep.
1 bonus die.
Yep.
Let's hit it. Give me that thing. Huh?
A 6. You succeed without consequence. So in this, you have a blade or two, you pull it out of somewhere, you stab the guy in the gut, he just goes, ah! And drops the crossbow directly into your hand. It is currently loaded with a single bolt. And he stumbles. He's no longer trying to disable the silent alarm because he's currently like holding the knife that's in his belly as he kind of stumbles against the back wall, and the ladies in the room who were behind the desk start screaming.
That's my move.
Yep.
Damn it.
So when Maddie got shot, it was established that the crossbow bolt was still sticking out of the armor.
Yep.
Grummond had one like specific task that was very important to him to disable this silent alarm. You said that the silent alarm took the form of a steam pipe that was building up to pressure.
Yep.
I think that Grummond would very much want to go to Maddie, say, "Can I borrow this?" Grab the crossbow bolt and attempt to pierce the pipe.
Sure.
Like drive a hole into the side of it so that it will either be slowed or either unable to build to pressure.
Right.
Wait.
I thought I'd pulled the crossbow bolt out
Right.
Oh,
of
yes.
Lady Eloise.
I apologize. I thought that you had your own. I thought there were 2 shots, and I think. Does anybody have an unattended to crossbow
Colette
bolt?
has one in her armor as well, I believe.
Yep.
So,
Colette, she wanted to hold on to it rather than use that to do the stab.
I know.
Okay.
Well, that was actually just a mistake on my part as a player. What I should have done was use the crossbow bolt.
No, that wasn't a mistake. That's a character decision.
Okay, that was a character decision.
I'm all for it. So maybe I would come up and grab it out of Colette's.
Yep.
Can I do an assist and chuck it at him?
Sure.
Okay.
So you're assisting. That costs you 1 stress. You gain an extra dice. Grummond, what are you using to do this? And are you pushing yourself?
Not pushing myself, but yeah, the goal would be to, that steam pipe to either, target a joint or otherwise pierce it so that it's not able to build up to pressure. And if there was something on one of the desks, like not a blotter, but you know how sometimes they'll have one of those stamps or something like that that they might stamp onto banking papers, grab that and use that to sort of hammer into the back of the crossbow bolt and drive it into that steam pipe.
All right. So I'm going to say this would normally be a tinker roll. But if you want to argue for survey or study, give me that argument. Because tinker is dealing with mechanical devices, or if you want to just use wreck, that also works. You're just trying to wreck this thing.
So study gives me study a person, document, or item with close scrutiny to gather information and apply knowledge. And that would be, maybe part of the pipe looks like it was welded back together, and maybe that particular location is a little bit weaker, something like that.
So what I would say for study is you could spend this round studying it, and next round if you succeed, you would be able to take your action next round to disable this thing.
All right, let's go with that, because he might not be a man of action, but maybe with an extra round he can get it done.
All right.
So yeah, let's clock that in for study next round.
All right. So go ahead and roll your study. You get your extra dice.
And so
from
it's
the aid.
2 in total.
Yep.
And I apologize for the confusion.
Yep.
Did I still, and I'm fine if the answer is yes, did I still take 2 stress when I did not escalate to desperate? I have 2 stress, and I'm trying to remember if that is appropriate. And if we're not sure,
yes.
I'll just keep the 2 stress.
So you have the 2 stress because you did a flashback.
Perfect. Okay. I was trying to remember where that came from. All right. So let me hit study and risky and standard, I assume, and 1 bonus dice.
Yep. 5 and 5. So mixed result. So you think you're going to be able to do it next round. You think you're going to be able to do it next round. You're going to be rolling wreck to do it, but I'll give you a bonus dice. No, mixed result. So you could have one of your friends wreck it. You know exactly where to hit it next round. A mixed result. If you had gotten a success, it would have been basically you could do it with a bonus dice, and failure would be you didn't get it. So yes, so the result of that is you know where to hit it, you know how to hit it, but you don't get any bonus dice on hitting it, or you or whomever does it. Also, it sounds like we have a person who needs to take a quick, short 5-minute break. Is that okay since we're kind of in between rounds at this point?
That works for me.
All right, so we'll take a quick 8-minute break. I will read up on chat because I haven't been able to actually see what's been going on in chat. So, okay.
Right back.
Right. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Negatory.
All right. Chat's still here. All right. Welcome everybody who's in chat. Does chat have any questions for me? Because I'd be willing to answer questions from chat as well. Are you still here? You are still here. And I'll relay the chat questions out loud in case a YouTube person later would like to know it. So otherwise, I think this is going wonderfully well for everybody. Nobody's at their maximum stress yet. Nobody is. I am enjoying the game so far. I like the mechanics of this game. Like the everything is very fluid, and I don't have to do very much. I don't have to roll any dice. How high can stress go before stuff starts happening? I believe you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 9 stress before you can't take any more stress, and if you would take a stress, you take a trauma instead, I believe. I will let Moo answer that question in chat because that is up to Moo. Everybody's doing great, by the way. I'm loving it. I know it was accidental, Mia, but I especially love you're charging forward. You wanted a weapon, and so you grabbed the crossbow that's stuck in Eloise instead of grabbing the crossbow that's stuck in you. Very intimidating.
I heard about the crossbow. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, I think everybody's doing great. I am thoroughly enjoying myself. All right. I didn't actually see when we started the break, so I don't know when we're going to end it. If everybody could give me a heads up when they're back.
I'm back.
Okay. Suda said she may be a bit longer. Where can we find my Twitch channel? My Twitch channel is available at twitch.tv/Salamander. I have the lovely Auspicious Angel with me. Auspicious Angel's Twitch channel is twitch.tv/Auspicious Angel. IMooDumu2 is here as well. Twitch.tv/IMooDumu2. The spelling of these is, as far as I can tell, all the same. And More Than Amiya is here as well. Twitch.tv/More Than Amiya. And I forget. Okay, so it's not Suda Kitsune. It's the Fox Fam. Thank you. So Suda, who's here as well, is twitch.tv/The Fox Fam. All right. We'll give it another minute, and then we'll wait for Suda when it's Suda's turn. Otherwise, we'll get everybody else to do a thing.
And I'm no longer in fear of upchucking everywhere.
Yay!
To answer your question, Zerder. It's more of a C6 sort of feeling rather than an I'm gonna splatter my screen.
So, this is everybody's gone their action. I'm going to go ahead and tick the silent alarm up 2 ticks. Unless you guys do something about it, it will go off. It will go off this next round, and there will be consequences.
Sure.
Under pressure, indeed. All right.
And we all are aware we have had access to the blueprints as well.
Yes.
Correct? Yeah, okay.
Yep. You
Sorry.
guys.
Go ahead, Angel.
All right.
I had a quick question about to what extent we can confer given the rapid time frame that this is happening.
So
Mia's character would be better at rec, but I wouldn't want to like take her turn and say you disable the silent alarm. So is my character allowed to like ask her or okay? Because my character Grumman would want to say
hit it here.
Hey, Colette. I don't think I have the strength for this, but I think you could do it.
And don't forget, Colette, you also have Not to Be Trifled With.
Correct.
Which is a fun ability that lets you just wreck things and people. Oh, and you also have a Rage Vial, which is also real fun.
Yes. I don't think we're there yet, but yes. And we are not. We are still waiting on Suda, correct? Haven't actually started back again?
I'm here.
Yay, we're all here.
Oh,
all
yay.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so we have that. The silent alarm is ticked up. The guard is moving into the room and saying, "What's all this then?" Because he was around the corner and didn't actually see punching and other thing. He's now staring at you guys, and it's your guys' go to go do things.
Can I submit that one of the pieces of information that my spider would have wanted to gain ahead of this is any information about guards or staff that might be on site, and even if he was not aware of the identity of William Fitchner there, maybe he was able to pull this guy's name and addresses him by name and says, "Oh, Thomas, thank goodness you're here." Anything to like distract him and give either Moo or Maddie or both an advantage on whatever it is that they would like to do.
Okay, so we will have handled that in a flashback that will have cost you no stress because this is 100% a thing your character would have done. So yes, we flash back to you reading over the who's gonna be there this day, and you get the name of Thomas up in the upper left-hand corner, and he's the blue coat that's gonna be in here this day. So yes, you can feel free to use that information.
All right, so yeah, my character Grumman would. Oh, Thomas, thank goodness you're here. We've got we need your help with this. Just like an outright bluff or.
Sure.
Consort, maybe?
Sure. We'll go with a consort. Are you going to push yourself?
Not push, and also maybe this affects the roll, but my character is tossing the discarded crossbow bolt back to Mia while he's saying this.
Sure, doesn't affect the roll at all. Is anybody gonna help?
With the Thomas situation?
Yeah, with the Thomas situation.
Okay, no, not me.
That is an affirmative.
Okay, how are you gonna help?
I'm gonna light and airily, almost flirtily, be like, "Oh my gosh, Thomas, it is so good to see you again."
Okay, sure. Yeah. You have, I'm assuming, some level of like consort. So sure, you can be convincing as well. So take an extra dice from Sudas. Lady Eloise. Eloise, add your stress, and roll your consort.
All right, here we go.
A 6.
Yay.
So complete success, but not a critical. You get what you want. So Thomas kind of looks over and, Oh, Drummond, hey, it's good to see you. It's been 2 weeks since we last went drinking together. So how are the kids doing? And he kind of steps off, and he will let you guys continue to act, despite the fact that this guy here is leaned up against the back wall, high as a kite, with a stab wound in his belly, and the ladies in the back of the room are all screaming.
Yeah, this ruse will not last long. So the like, in terms of like getting what you want, it's for Moo or Maddie to be able to do their thing more easily. You know, a moment's distraction.
He is not currently just walking into the room swinging a sword.
2 quick questions. Well,
Sure.
1 question and 1 comment.
Yes.
For Lady Eloise, who might not have been back when the GM said, our silent alarm is ticking and it's closer than ever. And if we do not resolve things within this turn, it's going to go. And then my question would be about a critical is when you roll more than 1 6.
Correct.
Is that correct? Okay.
Extra effect. Either you get more done than you thought you were going to do, or you can also use it to move your position up to controlled from risky, or to risky from desperate.
Just for an individual person, not for everybody.
So yeah, everybody's tracking their own position.
I would like to take the opportunity to try to get to the silent alarm.
Okay, gonna wreck something?
Well, where's it located? It is located behind a desk?
Yeah, just over the desk, right next to where Drummond is standing.
Right. So
he's pointed out the spot to you to hit it.
Right. So I'm going to launch myself over the desk. Let me just take a look. I don't know if this is not to be trifled with level, because I'm just.
So if you don't want to even roll, you can say, I am not to be trifled with, and just do it.
Oh, and just have it be done?
Just have it be done. So
okay,
that's what not to be trifled with is.
Great, done.
All right.
I am not to be trifled. I jump over the desk screaming, I am not to be trifled with. And
all right.
Get the other.
So Colette catches the crossbow bolt that Grumman is like, hey, yeah, hit this there and it'll disable the thing. And she is like, I am not to be trifled with. Holding the crossbow bolt in your left hand, you reach down with your right hand and rip the pipe out of the wall. And steam just starts pouring everywhere in this room. It is 200, 300 degree hot steam. You know, you all see her hand go red from the heat of this thing, and she just holding on to this thing like it's nobody's business. And everybody, all of the gals who were whimpering in the corner of the room have just gone silent and are staring. And now there is just a cloud of steam filling up the top of this room from this thing, and that will disable the silent alarm.
And do I take any consequences of having used that ability?
No, you're not to be trifled with.
That's just me. Okay.
That's just
Dang.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I am going to gracefully walk past and state crude but effective and walk up to Thomas and gracefully lay a hand on his chest and stab him in the gut.
Sure. You gonna use a blade or two?
Yep.
All right. So that would be. What are you gonna use to stab him in the gut?
Actually, may I request? Can
Yes.
I pass as Lady Eloise passes me? Can I pass her the crossbow bolt?
Sure. If you wanted to use that instead of the blade or two to stab this person.
I sadly already have a short sword out and don't have
Okay.
a free hand.
So
No
yes.
worries.
Never mind. You still have your crossbow bolt.
We are going to use
Well, you also-
finesse.
Okay. You're gonna use finesse. Sure.
to
You
do
gonna
it
push yourself?
elegantly. I am already in desperate. No.
And you got an aid from Drummond distracting Thomas before now, and you're being very coy right up until the moment of the stabbing.
Yep. Standard and bonus dice.
Yep, 1 bonus die. And you're in desperate.
Yep.
Finesse roll in risky. You got a 6, which means there is, I believe, you get what you want. So you stab this guy in the gut. Finesse. It's on here somewhere. Yeah, whatever. You success. You stab this guy in the gut. Boy, you people really like gut stabs. So he grabs a hold of this knife blade, letting his sword fall to the ground, which he had just drawn. And so he is holding your knife blade in his gut, and he is looking angry. He is not taken out, but he's certainly feeling it right now.
Thomas, it'll be over soon. Just shh. I'll see you on the other side.
Oh no. So you haven't killed him yet. All right. Cricket, I don't think you've gone yet.
All right. The alarm has been disabled.
Yes.
I look around surveying. The
Okay.
ladies are still standing. The tellers are still standing back by the wall. They are
Yep.
now quiet.
They're
shocked
quiet.
into submission.
Yes. There's a cloud of steam pouring out from behind
Fun.
one of these desks, filling the ceiling.
And crossbowman is still befuddled,
Yep.
standing crossbowless.
Yep, because Colette has his crossbow.
Yeah. So I will attempt to find a way back into the vault, since
Okay. Well, you know the
Is-
layout, so
right.
you can get to here pretty easily. So you get over here.
Okay, I
and-
see.
Yeah, what you
Yeah.
see is a.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You see a brick, like a solid brick wall. Inset in the middle of this is a large, like round. It's a probably 8 or 9 foot diameter steel door. It's got a clockwork / tinker / plasm locking mechanism in the front of it. A giant hand wheel that if you unlock it will withdraw the interior bolts that you guys, because you have the blueprints. There's just a series of like dogs that are all the way around the interior of this door that are holding it shut. And on the left hand side there are a couple of like enormous hinges that if you unlock the door and swing it open will swing the door towards you and out of the way.
I'm sorry. Did you say there are a number of dogs?
So yes. So it is the things that are inside of it, like the pokey out bits that when you wrench a
Say the
door like
pokey
this.
outy things.
What's that? Not
I was gonna
puppies.
say the same things. Yeah, the pokey outy things.
The pokey outy things that hold the door to the wall.
Okay.
Solid steel beams, basically.
Yeah. That are connected to
that
the
resist
locking mechanism. If you want to use like survey or similar to try to figure out how this thing works.
Can I use prowess to finesse or prowl and look for? I would like to look for alternate entrance.
That would be a study.
Study? Okay. Can I finesse the lock?
You can sure try.
But that would be more of a tinker, or is that what finesse?
So I would allow you to use finesse to try to pick the lock. So there is this device that is sitting on the locking plate, and then there's the keyhole that has the lock, and you are unsure what this device that is sitting on the locking plate is, other than it is surrounding the lock and also connected to the spinny hand thing.
Okay, before I make my decision, there's the room just to the left of the tellers, and there's something behind the counter. What is that?
This room here?
Yes.
That is an office.
It's a chair.
That's a chair. So that is where the guy who is currently blitzed out on trans powder what came out of.
Okay. Then yes. Sorry, Angel.
Just your character. All of our characters have certain gear that's like particular to our classes. So, like on mine, there's the gray box underneath where it says my character class. It's just underneath load. You may look through there and find something that your character that would help you with this as well.
Oh. The light bulb goes on over my head.
Yes.
And I realize that I have a Spirit Bane charm also in my beautifully beaded sack around my waist. And I decide to attempt. Can I make up what a Spirit Bane charm does?
So what a Spirit Bane charm does is if there is a ghost around, it will protect you from the ghost. And I don't mean the ghost won't be able to hit you. I mean, if there's two people in the room and one of them has a Spirit Bane charm, the ghost will go after a person who doesn't have the Spirit Bane charm.
So it's not to control a ghost or make requests of it.
You could use it in that manner with an attune roll. But it's not like just it does it. It's a thing that you can try to do with it. It'll help you.
Okay. I choose, instead of trying to finesse it, I'm going to attempt to use a Spirit Bane charm.
Okay.
And with attune and attempt to command or request, actually, nicely, a spirit to open the door from the inside.
So make your attune. Are you going to push yourself?
No, because I am going to ask our whisperer, Lady Eloise, for help.
Well, you can do both. You can both push yourself and get help from another person.
Pushing myself gives stress, correct?
You take 2 stress. But you get an extra dice for it.
I will assist in that.
All right. So your whisperer, after having stabbed a guy, comes around and starts giving you advice on how to go ahead.
I have compel, which is attune to the ghost field and summon a nearby ghost to appear and obey a command.
Right. So Cricket can do that too, but the whispers are real good at it.
Yep. So definitely assisting. This is some good advice on how to do this, Cricket.
So take your dice, and Eloise, take your stress.
And
sorry, go ahead
quickly. Can I double assist, because this was the other thing I was saving my aid for if we can both assist.
Yep, go ahead, go for it.
So maybe because I don't know if I'm allowed to move back here.
Yeah, you are.
But my character learned that not 3 weeks ago there was a very kindly elderly woman who died just like one property over, and that's the specific ghost that we're trying to summon because man, did she like toffees, and those are in the works if she can help us out with this.
So the way that okay, so we're gonna take a step back. Which part of your body, when she died, did you secret away so that the spirit wardens didn't burn her to ash?
So she had leprosy, and before she died,
right.
Keep
go
going.
ahead. Keep going.
So some of her extremities weren't necessarily as attached as others, and we were able to grab sort of that part of a toe.
Did you do this by yourself, or was somebody else in your crew with you when she died of completely normal old person circumstances? And then you took her toe off of her body, and then you guys spirited out of there. I
was with him.
Okay, so Colette was with you in the room when this person, maybe they had a small heart attack. Because Colette is not to be trifled with.
Correct.
All right, so this is the spirit that... Okay, so yeah, you get 2 bonus dice, Cricket. One from Lady Eloise assisting, and the other one from Grummond. And you're trying to...
rolling resolve?
You are rolling attune. It's horizontal.
Oh, specifically attune.
Yes.
Okay. And we're still in risky?
You are still in risky. I think everybody except for Lady Eloise is currently in risky.
Okay. Standard. Bonus dice. 2?
Yes. Oh, that's fun.
5.
So I am going to dictate what the consequence is. So you summon a ghost, and you succeed. There is now this nice, kindly old lady holding a jar of candies in the room, who is dead and is now screaming, and everybody in this back room, with the exception of Lady Eloise, needs to make I forget what it's called, but when a spirit is summoned, you got to make a roll against being just completely freaked out by that.
Fortune?
It's...
Oh boy. I need to bring open...
And this ghost is the leper with the weak heart, right?
Yes, this is
Okay.
No. So I need to figure out, because you guys need to make a resolve roll. That's what it is. We need Colette. Sorry, not Colette. Colette, you're not in the room, but you hear the scream.
Correct.
Need Cricket and Grummond to make a resolve roll, because there is now a ghost in this room with you. And despite the fact that you summoned the ghost, Cricket, you suddenly realize that you're not in control of this situation. 214.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm going to verify that I'm doing this correctly. Go ahead. Roll your resolve roll, and we'll see what happens.
No bonus, correct?
Nope, just straight resolve.
So does Fortune Fire count for this? Because that's +1 on resistance rolls, and I don't know if this qualifies.
No. I'm thinking not. This is not a resistance roll. This is a resolve. I may be wrong, but I'm gonna go with no.
With rolling insight, prowess, or resolve, they all count as a resist because you're resisting a specific.
Right. I'm trying to find ghosts.
I'm
resistance
looking
roll
as well.
Perhaps you face a
there's
powerful
one
ghost
in
that is kept to
the
2.
vault.
Oh, okay, so it is a resistance, so you get an extra dice to this. This is a resistance. So Cavell, go ahead and roll.
Grummond,
Yeah, Grummond.
you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes.
Oh, oh no.
Oh no, that's a
boy.
failure. Go ahead and roll one extra d6, Moo, for your thing.
What? 1. Well, like that.
4. So you got a 5. So possessed by a powerful ghost. Oh, I think I know what happens. So, you summon this ghost. You resist its ability, and the ghost dives into Grummond, taking possession of Grummond. And now you have a vengeful spirit looking for the people who murdered her, because there may have been slightly murder involved. Possessing the body of your spider. That's fun. All right. Who hasn't acted yet this turn?
I have not.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah. You just
my
hear
intent-
screaming from your
yeah.
friends in the back room.
I do. And
Yes.
I am unaffected by that because I'm focused on corralling all of the bank employees, all of the ladies, as well as Crossbolt dude, and I want to bring them into the office.
Okay. How are you? What are you using to do that?
Command.
Command. All right.
Yes.
Are
All right, y'all. Come on. We're going in here.
Are you going to push yourself?
No, she's going to push them.
Yeah, right. But there are. Again, let me try without pushing.
Okay, it's up to you.
Okay. that sounded confident. All right. So, commanding, risky, standard effect. No bonus die because nobody wants to help me.
Nobody can help you right now because everybody's real busy.
No, they just don't want to. It's okay. I'm used to it. All right, here we go. Rolling. Okay.
Mixed success, or reduced effect, or you can lose this opportunity. Basically, you can have a mixed success. You get everybody except for the blue coat in, who's looking like he's ready for a fight now. He's going to come after you. You can have reduced effect. So you can either trade blows with the blue coat who's not following your instructions. You can get none of them into the room, or you can move yourself into desperate as you really, really want these people locked in this room so you can go deal with why all your friends are screaming.
Here's the deal. I am still slightly compromised. So I'd forgotten about the blue coat. So the blue coat is still wandering. That is the effect that I choose.
Okay. So you get everybody into the room, and as you're closing the door behind him, feeling like you did a really good job, you did exactly what you wanted to do, blue coat walks up behind you and just stabs you in the back with the dagger that Lady Eloise left inside of dagger that Lady Eloise left inside of them. I'm gonna go with a one harm damage. So 1 harm is coming at you.
It's coming at me, but it hasn't necessarily landed yet.
You can either resist it with armor, or you can use a resistance roll.
So, and can I use not to be trifled with as a resist to scoot out of the way in the last minute?
No, that would be if you got to take this guy apart because he's only one of him.
Sure. All right. Also, we are family friendly rules, correct?
I marked the stream for mature audiences, so it's up to you.
We are 18 and up.
We are 18 up.
I am taken by surprise, so I get stabbed in the back, I'd say.
Okay.
And then just go, son of a bitch!
Okay. So mark in your 1 harm tracker, mark stabbed as the one box in your one harm.
Number 1 box, stabbed.
Yep.
Okay.
So when you take another 1 harm, you will have less effect when you fill up that tracker, basically.
So I'm going left to right, bottom to top, basically, in the harm section?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So there's this ghost inside of Grummond right now who's real mad and is trying to consume you, Grummond. So Grummond, you're going to take a level 3 harm right now because Ghost is draining you of your life force unless you resist somehow.
So a quick question about the previous round. Did I also take stress? Like the ghost is inside me. Did that also cause stress? Because it was a resistance roll and it indicated that I was going to take 6 stress minus like my highest roll, which would have been 2. So could I also add 4 stress?
Oh, no. I'm going to do that resolve roll was to kind of see what the action was instead.
Okay.
Quick question.
Yes.
Since we, as a group, are forged by fire, should we have gotten +1 dice to our resistance rolls?
Yes.
That's why you rolled that extra 4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just catching up. Thank you.
As part of Grummond's load, he also has the option for a Spirit Bane charm.
Okay.
And can I, in our flashback, he was sure to bring this along, knowing that Cricket was planning to, or Lady Eloise were planning to, maybe make use of a ghost. So I'll check off Spirit Bane charm.
Yep. Check off Spirit Bane charm. And then roll something to kick this ghost out of your body. Basically, you're using your Spirit Bane charm as a focus. So probably a tune. Or no, this is a resolve roll. So this is a resistance roll. So you could roll resolve with your Spirit Bane charm to try to resist this 3 harm thing to you.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. And do I still get the bonus dice for Forged in Fire?
Correct, you do.
All right, so 1 bonus dice. Let's hit it.
So 5. So you succeed. You do not take the level 3 harm. The ghost is expelled from your body because your Spirit Bane charm helped you do that, and you take 1 stress from this. And now there's a ghost in this room screaming at you all, and you're going to need to deal with that.
I am going to compel said ghost.
Okay.
And ask it for assistance in opening the lock on this vault.
All right. Go ahead and try to compel.
Standard, no bonus.
Going to attune a 6. You do so. You are in desperate. Make sure you're marking your experience.
Position desperate.
So you succeed without consequence. So the ghost goes inside of this door and does something. It does something.
I'm sorry, what door?
The vault door over here.
Oh, right. Okay.
You are uncertain what this ghost has done, but it is a beneficial action towards taking care of this door. All right.
Can we use, for example, I've already used a Spirit Bane charm. Can I use it again?
You have it. If you tick it off, you have it on your person. Unless narratively you lose it somehow, you just have it now.
Okay, so it's a repeatable action.
Right. Like Lady Eloise has lost her blade or 2 because she left it in the guard.
Okay.
That's only the 1 blade.
A blade or 2.
That's the little blade.
This is right.
Going to use my fine clothes and jewelry.
Okay.
To disguise myself.
Okay.
As our leper weak-hearted ghost's daughter.
Okay.
And cast a spirit bane charm and attempt to once more ask her very kindly if she would please open the door to let her dear sweet daughter inside the vault with her, because I cannot stand to be parted any longer from my dear sweet mother, leper that she is.
Sure. Roll that attune roll. Are you going to push? You're going to... I'm saying at this point you're pushing yourself to even do this, but take your extra dice. But definitely...
Is it a sway or a tune?
When you're dealing with the ghost field, it's always a tune.
Okay.
Please push yourself, because this is a thing that's happening.
Oh wait, so cancel. So push is under... Oh wait, so it's risky?
So bonus dice. Push yourself, take 2 stress, or accept a devil's bargain.
Wait, effect is still standard though?
The effect is still standard.
Okay, and then bonus dice?
1 for your pushing yourself.
Okay. Bam!
Sure. Success. You get what you want without a consequence. So this lady who's, you know, she pokes her ghostly head. It's missing 1 ear and a nose. There's just cavity where the nose was at one point. Has stripped like the bandages that most lepers wear around them, and are obviously that rounded, featured, kind of sunken in skin. And she goes, the ghost goes, "Oh yes, dear." Brushes your cheek, attempts to brush your cheek with a ghostly hand. The hand passes through your face, leaving you chilled to the very soul, and then disappears inside this door, and you hear a click. So I have a clock. I'm gonna show you the clock. So standard effect, I'm gonna pop open the clock for this door. Oopsie, no, that's not the right clock. New clock. Clock name. So this is this is the vault. VAULT door. It is a 6-position clock. You guys have been having standard effects, so you have 2 of 6 things filled on this vault door. So.
And when we get to...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, it's just wanting to understand how that works. When it gets to 6, we've got it open?
Yep.
Or am I... Okay, thank you.
And then do I take any effects from anything?
I mean, it freaked you out, but no.
Okay. I just want to make sure I don't need to mark anything on my sheet.
No, you don't need to mark anything on your sheet, but you did just have a ghost hand pass through from a creepy leprous ghost pass through your face. So you're a little slimy now. All right, who's next? I don't even know who's gone so far this turn.
Cricket, if you're gonna get intimate with a ghost, at least make sure they're pretty.
Beggars can't be choosers, my dear Lady Eloise.
Okay.
Blame Grummond.
Grummond, have you gone yet this turn?
I don't think so. I can say that one of the things that Grumman has access to bring with would be some burglary gear.
Yeah.
But he himself might not be super good at using it. So prior to this, was there a flashback where we discussed this would be the point at which he would hand burglary gear to either Cricket or Lady Eloise on the grounds that maybe they would be able to make better use of it? Because I will absolutely check off burglary gear as one of the things that I brought.
All right, I won't even cause that as to be a stress. So yes, check off burglary gear on your sheet, and Cricket or Lady Eloise, feel free to use burglary gear without marking on your own sheet.
I'll leave that up to you, Cricket.
All right. Colette, have you gone this turn? I think you were rousting people into the room, right?
Yes, I had done that. Yeah, I don't know if that was this turn or...
That was the last action left.
So I think you have a move yet before we resolve to NPCs.
All right. I am going to turn around and I feel like this is a not to be trifled with. Not to be trifled with is a thing that you can use over and over. We've determined that. Right? Yeah. So I'm going to do not to be trifled with. I'm gonna reach back with my right hand, pull the blade out of my back, whirl around, and re-gut Benedict or Barnard, whatever this dude's name is, blue military coat dude.
Is it Timothy? I don't remember.
Thomas, that was it. Where Lady Eloise had stabbed him.
Right.
He's so getting a re-stabbing.
You are not to be trifled with.
That's right.
Please roll a prowl skirmish. However you're doing this.
Skirmish.
Yep. We're going to do skirmish. So give yourself a bonus dice for not to be trifled with. And increase your effect.
All right. So, but I am still in a risky position. That hasn't changed.
That has not changed.
Going from standard to limited, right? It goes from top to bottom?
No. It goes from standard to extra effect. Limited effect is less powerful.
Okay. Now, standard is at the top for me. I've got standard, limited, great, extreme, and zero.
Great
effect. So, and then you had said a bonus
dice for not to be trifled with, because you're just taking on one dude.
Yep.
A 4. So reduced effect, consequence, or I have a consequence in mind, or you can do it again and go desperate.
You have a consequence in mind, so let's go for consequence.
The consequence is you murder this man. You split him in half. That would be the consequence if we go with the consequence.
I'm not sure how I would split him in half.
You have a dagger, but you are not to be trifled with. So you split this man in half with the dagger.
That's extreme.
Covering yourself with bits of gore and gut, and you don't have to do that if you don't want to.
No, that sounds appropriate. Like, lost control, stabbed too hard because I was surprised and am still altered.
Right.
Yes.
So you guys in the back room hear a great wrenching, and you hear the say. Colette, how does your rage sound when you scream in rage?
Okay, just give me a sec. I think just the standard like that.
So you hear a great grunt of effort from Colette. You hear a guy screaming, and then you hear a splash and a thump, and in the distance you hear boom, boom.
Shoot, that's right.
Boom.
Oh shoot.
And a scream of ravens as the tower of the spirit wardens has just detected that a death has happened, and there are now ravens on the way to mark this location.
Yep. Because I am the group liability. Okay. I mean, it is what I was thinking it was heading, but yeah, okay.
So, I'm going to start a clock.
No, not true.
I'm going to start a clock. The clock is spirit wardens arrive.
Okay.
And refresh my... Oh, never mind. You were going there.
So, spirit wardens, for if you don't remember, what they are is they are a group of people who are tasked with finding the bodies of every person who dies in town and incinerating them in every part of the body. Because if they do not, 3 days later, the ghost will rise from the remaining bits of corpse and start, or basically the remaining area where they died, and they will start terrorizing town. So spirit wardens are not really in the job of arresting people for murders. but they are very certain to come to every murder and attempt to burn every part of the body. They if they think there might have been a murder involved, like it's midday and they're going to a bank, they might bring the bluecoats along for some tough. And the bluecoats do care about somebody getting murdered. So I have just started a six position clock. Every turn it will tick up by 1. When the clock is full, the spirit wardens will arrive, and we will make a roll to see if they brought bluecoats with them.
Okay.
So
now,
go ahead.
Every part of the body you are indicating, including the parts that are splattered all over me. Yes.
It's indicated in the book that yes, that is true, but with it, I'm going to go in my brain within reason. I mean, if there's some blood spatter, then probably they're not going to like try to incinerate you, but they might ask you for all of your clothes.
Okay. Would it be considered part of the action for me to just start going crap and like trying to brush the blood off of me?
Oh, that's absolutely part of this.
Okay, great.
Swearing at yourself, trying to squeegee the blood off of your face and arms and legs as the entire front of your body is just a visage of gore.
Okay. Okie doke.
All right, and so since that is the end of this round, I believe, Spirit Wardens arrive ticks up by 1, and we're in a new round.
Oh my goodness.
So Grummond has a suggestion that he made back when we were all gathered around examining these architectural plans, and the scene comes in and he's saying, all right, now, just in case Colette happens to Hulk out at some point, we've got a little bit of a plan on how we can get out of the bank and also get a clean. And here's the plan. He has also packaged together some demolition tools, specifically in the form of a shaped charge.
Sure.
And what he would want to do is blow out the back wall here, doing it from inside the vault, a non-starter, because that's all going to be forged iron and steel, but blowing out this wall back here to get into the bakery that's next door.
Yep.
That would have the side, if that would give us a way out the back way, and also kick up enough dust and smoke that would set off the sprinklers, and that would help wash Colette clean.
I'm going to say that's a 2 stress flashback, and yeah, tick off your demo tools, and that is what is going to happen. That is your exit path now.
Got it. So do I have to roll anything for like setting the charge?
Nope.
Or okay.
We might roll something when the charges go off, but we'll get to that within.
All right. So Groman sort of shouts out, "Aye, Colette, get off as much as you can, but otherwise the waterworks are coming." And that's what he is doing this round.
Okay, that's awesome. All right. Next, who's up?
I'm going to come back around the corner and be like, Colette, I knew this would happen, and I counted on this.
Again?
Another one for the collection. And I grabbed the dagger out of his now gaping chest.
Oh, it's not in his chest. The dagger is between the 2 halves of his body lying on the floor.
Fair. Oh, yes, he's split in half.
Uh-huh.
I pick the dagger off of the floor.
Uh-huh.
Cut off one of his fingers and stuff it into a spirit bottle.
Yep.
Smiling from ear to ear.
You totally do that.
Muttering under my breath, another one for the collection.
Oh.
You're welcome.
This poor man. He had a family. He was 2 weeks from retirement. He just got a promotion. All of these tropes that always happen to police officers. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, you now have a finger in
He should have stayed in the office.
I'm getting too old for this. All right, so yeah, now you have a finger in a spirit bane charm, or not a spirit, in a ghost bottle, and when his spirit rises, then that'll be where it goes. You do want to if you're gonna steal this, you really, really, really want to not be anywhere near here when the ghost wardens arrive, because they will kill you and then burn your body if you're stealing body parts.
Affirmative.
Where is the I'm just sorry, just real quick. The Ghost Warden clock, is that on somewhere, or does that not exist?
It is.
It's on the crew sheet.
It's on the crew sheet.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Luckily, there's that hole. Luckily, there's that hole in the back wall that Lady Eloise can escape by now. That Grumman so kindly provided.
Will have provided in the future.
I will. Yes, I will. I suppose we need to work on the vault door.
Yep. That is what is standing between you and what you want.
So I will take the burglar kit.
Yep.
That Grumman provided and attempt to burgle the door with the assistance. Well, no, the ghost has already proffered her assistance and she is departed, presumably. So I will attempt to burgle the door.
All right. Are you going to push yourself?
Pushing gives stress, right?
Yes, you take 2 stress.
No.
Okay. Grumman, you may feel free to assist since it's your toolkit. Assist with this.
Yes, I will assist.
All right.
And I've used all of my free assists, so this is how many stress?
1 stress to assist.
1 stress. Did it.
You do know one of the things you can do instead of taking an extra dice when you push yourself is get extra effect, which would, instead of adding 1 pie piece to the door, would add 2.
Oh.
Just keeping that out there.
How does one take stress besides pushing oneself?
You get stress doing resistance rolls.
Okay. I really want in there, so all right, I will push myself as well.
For extra effect or for an extra dice?
Extra effect, since
Okay.
I will get an extra die from Grumman.
Yep.
So what am I rolling?
This would be study, finesse. One of those 2 probably.
Okay,
Tinker?
I will.
Tinker. Yeah, tinker.
I would want to roll something that I have a dot under the skill, right?
Yeah, because that.
Okay, so finesse then.
Okay.
So finesse, risky,
You are still in risky.
and standard.
So the effect is great
Great. Okay.
because you pushed yourself for extra effect
1 extra die.
and 1 extra dice from Grummond.
Die.
A 4. So there is a consequence or reduced effect, or you lose this opportunity, or you can push yourself into desperate and try again.
And I'm marking 2 stress, is that correct?
Yeah, you should have marked
Okay.
2 stress from that.
Okay.
Now is about the time if you're gonna want to get an experience from this run. Now is about the time to get into desperate.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're not desperate, you're not getting any. You're less likely to die, less likely to take bad things
Right.
happening, but you're
Less likely to achieve any.
You're less likely
outcome.
to improve character in the future. I mean, this is a one shot, so that's a little less important, but you get
Still,
it's essentially a free reroll as well.
Right. I want in there, so yes.
Okay, so move yourself into desperate.
Sorry, what were you saying, Mia?
I was just going to ask if experience was manifests in more red dots on our character sheet.
Yes, it does.
Okay, thank you. Do you think?
Where's desperate?
So it's the position when you roll the dice.
Oh, okay. And which dice am I rolling?
Roll
The same
finesse
one?
again. Same number of
Finesse?
dice. So
Okay. Desperate. Is it still great effect?
it's still great effect.
Okay. 1 bonus. Submit.
So something horrible oh no, it's not a failure. So it's a mixed success. So there's a consequence to your action, or reduced effect, or you lose this opportunity and basically you don't progress the clock.
So if I take reduced effect, will that go back to I get what I want, but with a normal effect?
Yes, you instead instead of getting great effect, you go back to standard effect, which fills in one pie piece.
I will do that then.
All right, so tick forward the vault door by 1, and Lady Eloise, I don't think you've acted this turn, or no?
No, I cut off a finger.
Oh, right. So Colette, you have not acted, right?
I thought. Oh, okay. We're at a new roll.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. What I'm trying to decide is, well, I feel like my job at this point would be to guard the door, where the office where the employees are while they are all working on their thing. It's not very exciting, but it seems important.
I mean, these people are, well, the 4 ladies are looking very cowed, and the other guy is still high, so don't feel like you can't do something else.
All right, so they're fairly incapacitated.
Yeah.
So what are my concerns here? We've got, I just called the spirit watcher folks,
Wardens,
so
yep.
we want to make sure things are moving along. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I am gonna start going through all of the tellers, the drawers, pulling out the money from there.
Okay. Are you keeping this money for yourself, or are you gonna share it with the group?
I am going to share it with the group.
Okay, so we will increase the go ahead and roll survey or hunt.
All right, let me just look at survey here. Okay, and hunt. Come on. I think, yeah, survey seems more appropriate, I think. Yeah.
Are you going to push yourself?
Will that put me into desperate, or that's
if you fail and decide to really want to do this.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I don't know what pushing myself in this situation would look like. You know, either way, I'm scrabbling. Yeah, go ahead.
So pushing yourself in this situation would be you like take the effort. So you're panicked, you're covered in blood, and you're a little frazzled. And you take pushing yourself is you take a deep breath and you do it methodically instead of just scrambling, tossing. Like pushing yourself is not like you're not like pooping out a bigger poop. It's more along the lines of you are stressing, like you are burning some extra stress to in this very moment focus on the task.
Yeah, and I don't think that's where my headspace is, so I am not going to push myself.
All right, Lady Eloise, you're around. You could help if you wish. Are you going to help out?
I am not. I am focused on getting back to the vault.
Okay. All right, so...
And the finger I have now acquired.
So go ahead and roll your roll. No bonus dice, no extra effect, nothing.
All right, survey. Risky. Oh, I was... Nope, never mind. I was not. Standard. Bonus die 0. Here we go.
Oh boy,
okay.
You rolled two 4s.
Yep.
You are okay. So you don't have any dice in this, so you always roll and you take the lower of the 2 dice. So we succeed with a consequence or reduced effect. So
I think reduced effect, right? Because reduced effect would be I wouldn't gather as much money as if I had. Yeah. Okay.
So you're tossing this and you're like, where's the coin at? Where's the coin at? Why isn't there any coin in this thing? And you're like tossing literal piles of money on the floor as you're fervently searching through this and just are half blind to the actual bills. And you get a pittance out of these drawers when you're all done.
All right. And I need to have a bag or something to put stuff in, or is that just assumed?
You just assumed.
Okay.
All right.
I'm mumbling and grumbling and cussing the entire time. I will not role play that, but that's what's happening.
I think that is everybody done for this round. So ticking the Spirit Warden's arrive clock back up, or up another spot. We're back to the top of the round. Who's doing what?
Can I direct Colette to move the body of the blue coat elsewhere? Like, how do the spirit wardens locate the death, or the ravens locate the death? Is it where the body lies?
So there is a spiritual ping that goes out, and the ravens fly over the town, and they go to where the spiritual ping was. So one of the ways you can cause a ghost to arrive is by killing somebody and then hiding the body somewhere else. So it's not tied to the body, it's tied to where the body died.
Okay. So moving the body would not help us.
No. I mean, you already got a finger off of it, so moving the body would have basically the same effect.
Okay.
So who's doing something to this vault door to try to open it?
Is the ghost still inside the vault door, or is she taken off?
With help, a ghost will stick around until it achieves its objective. Since the door is not open, I would assume she's still in the door.
Yeah, so
she brushed my cheek on her way out, right?
So there's a ghost in the door. You guys are all pretty sure right now. The frost, like, starting to, like, the cold door starting to collect frost, and the like steam coming off of it as water condenses to it. Small indication. So there's still a ghost in the middle of this door.
Well, prior to all of this, I think we probably decided that using explosives on the 5-foot thick steel door wasn't going to get us what we wanted, and would probably just jam the mechanism. But maybe with all of the frost forming around the edges, Grumman can observe enough of a seam that he could get some sort of metal melting acid, or metal weakening acid in there, using some sort of a siphon or a sprayer that he will have brought with him, which would, by the way, be the last of his non-free kit of his normal load. But if there's a space to slide in that and help either advance the clock or assist with moving the clock, he would probably want to do more to weaken the door or his bolts.
Sure. If you have a thing to use, what thing are you using?
My best guess would be an unusual weapon, or some modification on tinkering tools. Would one of those get it done?
Yeah, tinkering tools. You could use tinkering tools to try to, since this door is getting frosty, try to open up something on this door and do a thing to it.
All right, so I'm going to mark off tinkering tools, and I'd have to say, because survey doesn't make any sense based on the description, but maybe do a study with the tinkering tool to try to identify a way to, like, get another section of the lock open.
Sure, go for it.
All right, so that's one.
Are you going to push yourself for either another dice or extra effect?
I am down to just I've only got 3 blanks on stress, so I think I'm gonna give it a whirl, and this may push us up to desperate depending on the outcome.
Okay. Is anybody gonna help out? Point out a spot.
And helping costs what?
1 stress. Yeah, assist another costs 1 stress.
Yes, I will.
Okay. No, there, I said. Oh, okay, that's one. That's the right spot. Okay.
So it's a total of 1 bonus dice, thanks
Yeah.
to Lady Eloise? Okay.
Correct.
Spirit has weakened it here. Romans.
So 3 is an absolute failure. Failure with a consequence. No effect. Something bad happens.
Okay, I would definitely push up to
Desperate. Try it again.
then.
Go for it.
So, study, desperate, standard, and bonus dice 1. All right. Now, why did it roll 2 that time? Did I do the wrong thing?
No, it did last time too.
Oh, I didn't see one of them. Okay, so yeah, slightly worse then.
All right. I will give you a devil's bargain. Well, no, I don't even have to do that. I will. You lose this opportunity, or you basically the effect goes to 0, or something bad happens because you rolled a 3 in desperate.
Oh boy.
No, actually, you rolled 3 in desperate. Something bad happens because of this.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, and so the you work at this. I will give you a choice. Either this has the opposite effect of what you wanted, basically I remove one of the pie wedges, or
no.
the ghost comes out and sees you and does a level 3 harm to you as it passes through you and back into the door. And you can resist the harm as per normal.
Okay, and armor would not help against a ghost attack, right? That
So the special armor actually does. By the way, Suda, ticking armor once takes 2 ticks. Although I only think you took 1 damage on armor, so. Anyway, so you can use your armor. It's called special armor, and then that is the use of the armor to block a ghost attack.
Okay, and I have not taken any damage yet, so would that count as my free armor, or would that...
Yes, so if you haven't taken any armor damage yet, that would count as your free armor.
Okay, then yes, then that sounds like it doesn't set the crew back, and Grumman will be able to survive that. He probably won't be feeling great, but he'll be okay.
So you, because you knew you were going to be summoning this ghost, got a spirit, a powerful spirit bane charm from the Church of the Ecstasy of Flesh. You paid. That's the only church in town. You paid a not small sum of money for this thing, but you stole that money from a card game that you guys have in your area, so it's fine. So you throw your hand up when this spirit comes out, and the spirit dives into this spirit bane charm and screams as both are consumed in fire and ash, destroying this not cheap charm. Basically this is your armor, but destroying this not cheap charm and also the ghost that had been helping you out.
Well, there went my next idea.
And can I just, from where I'm standing, just yell, "What's going on, y'all? What's going on?" Like, just because I heard stuff and screams and all that? Okay.
It's all good.
I call back, "Nothing. Just keep an eye on the door."
All right.
All right.
Who's next?
And then I look at everyone else. Now what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Oh, go on ahead, Angel.
Does Colette's wreck ability have any logical use against the door of this mass?
Sure, she is not to be trifled with. And there's
Right.
some freezing that's been going on. Might have to do that now rather than later because the door is starting to warm up since the ghost is gone.
Yeah, so actually when Colette asked, maybe my character would amend to, we are having a little bit of door trouble here.
I was also
On it.
thinking of using some demolition tools. When things have 2 boxes, does that mean you have to
Costs
use both?
2 load to do it.
Okay.
Colette,
I confer. Sorry.
I was gonna say, Colette, why don't you go first since there's a time.
All right. So, I had thought to bring a large weapon with me.
Yep, you had.
I did indeed. So I've got myself a, I love that word. Blunderbuss is delightful, but not that. Warhammer.
Sure.
And I stop all of the scrabbling and I yell on it and just immediately head toward the door, Warhammer held high.
All right. This is... Are you like lining up your shot and taking the perfect thing? Or are you wrecking this? And
No, this is...
And are you using your rage vial too?
I would like to rage vial, not to be trifled with, and wreck. Can I do
so
all
that
of
would be pumping your effect up by 2 and using your wreck. So doing this successfully would fill in 3.
I wish to stand back a little farther.
Everybody sees Colette come around the corner, is like, maybe not so close. So is anybody assisting Colette?
Well, my character is male, so he has a lot of advice on how Colette should be doing this battle.
Oh no. Oh no. I know what the bad outcome of this is.
Yeah, dead Drummond.
Right? All right. So you said you're pushing yourself. You're using your large
Correct.
weapon and your rage vial, right?
Correct.
Or are you
It's wreck, rage vial, not to be trifled with.
not to be trifled with? Okay,
Yeah.
so not to be trifled with lets you do this at all.
Right?
Are you using your large weapon or not?
Yes.
Okay, so that increases the effect by 1. Rage vial increases the effect by another 1.
Okay.
Is anybody okay? So yes, we will say that on the plus side, Grummond helps out Colette by giving some mansplaining.
And rages me up even more.
And on the downside, if the effect will be against Grummond if the mansplaining didn't go as well as he thought it did.
Sounds right to me.
All right. So get a bonus dice and an extra 2 pie pieces.
Yes. You should smile more.
You should smile. Oh, God.
Oh, okay. Trust me that I'm smiling when I'm wielding hammer. So, position still risky.
Position is still... Or did you... Yeah, you didn't go into desperate yet. So position is still risky.
Right?
Effect is...
Yeah.
Whatever the top one is.
Extreme, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You had said I go up 2 effects,
Yes,
or
you go-
2, or I get 2 extra die.
No, you go up to or I guess you can choose. Everything can go up an effect or an extra dice, but there are 3 pie pieces to fill left to fill, and if you go all the way up to extreme, you would fill all 3.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Because that would be amazing. All right. So effect is extreme.
Yep.
And then no extra bonus die.
1 extra bonus die from mansplaining.
Thank you.
And,
All right.
And I
Yeah.
started. I also add a stress. Is that correct?
Correct. You add 1 stress.
Got it.
And I have not added any stress.
Correct. Because you didn't.
Okay.
You're not pushing yourself, or unless you want to push yourself for an extra dice. This is the time.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, do it. Let's push.
Okay.
So I get 1 extra die
One
and
extra-
1 check mark in the stress column.
1 extra die and 2 check marks in the stress column.
2 check marks in stress.
Yep.
And so that brings it up to 2 bonus die
Yep.
because we've had okay. All right, here we go.
a 5. So, reduced effect, there is a consequence, or try again. Basically, position, move yourself up to desperate.
Desperate. Try again.
Okay, go for it. You should have more than 2 dice there, though. Or do you not have rec?
Yeah. No, I don't have any buttons in rec. Any red dots in rec.
Okay, yeah. This is definitely a rec, though. So.
Yep. So I'm going rec again.
Going rec again.
We're going desperate.
Yep.
Now is the effect still great?
Yeah, the effect is still extreme.
Extreme, yep. And no extra die this time, or the same amount?
Same number.
Got it. All right, here we go. Okay.
You're in desperate.
Son of a bitch. All right, come on. This time. Oh!
A 3.
Okay.
So.
They're takesy backsies.
There are
I swear to
not,
God.
but I'm gonna say with that rage vial, what happens is this. So I'm gonna tick off. You guys can't get close. The spirit wardens are now 1 tick away from arriving, and Colette has beaten this door into submission.
Oof.
I'm going to move it up 2.
Okay.
And during this effect, just by pure rage and the fact that Grumman got a little too close and was a little too helpful, one of the back swings hit Grummond right in the middle of the face, and I'm going to say that's a level 3 harm. So, Grummond, level 3 harm coming your way as Colette works out all of the rage from every man who's ever explained how to open a door to her in her life.
Oh. Okay.
That'll learn him.
So, are you going to try to resist this level 3 harm?
So I definitely...
Or just take it like a man.
Well, a level 3 harm is real bad news. But...
So I don't... I've already used my free armor, and I don't have enough gear to have armor, even if that would be appropriate for a hammer to the face.
Okay.
So unless there's something that I can have known to bring along, which really doesn't make sense, I think I just have to try to resist it. And is that resolve?
That is insight, resolve, or prowess. It's one of the up and downs.
All right. So, oh, and one other question. When I rolled for study on the last one at desperate, should I have added 1 experience point for insight?
Yeah.
Okay, let me put that in then too. So, my character Grumman will roll on resolve from mental strain or willpower. That he would have known Colette well enough to know that coming up behind her and saying "calm down" wasn't going to go his way. So maybe he ducks, or he would have tried to duck.
Right.
So I'll roll resolve.
Okay, go for it.
All right, and I don't think there's any bonus dice.
Yeah, we get one for Forged in the Fire.
Forged in the Fire, so you get 1. So
okay,
just roll another
2 and 5.
d6.
Yeah, just let me just try just /d6.
Roll space 1d6.
Okay, I think this is 1d6. There we go.
3. So 5, you take 1 stress as you manage to the hammer blow brushes your face as you flinch out of the way of this.
Okay, well worth 1 stress, I'd say.
All right. So you all have an action before the pie fills in for spirit wardens arrive. And Colette, your rage potion has passed, and you are staring at this door that is definitely wrecked, but not open yet.
Okay.
And your hammer is also wrecked.
So I do not have.
You have spent your large weapon.
Yeah.
And our spirit is gone.
Yep.
I've got 2 spots left for items. Can I use my demolition tools?
Yep.
So I would either sledgehammer and iron spikes, heavy drill, or crowbar.
So you're just gonna shove a crowbar in and pull?
Yep, I reach over in my pack, bring it out, and just jam it in the corner there and pull for all I'm worth.
All right, is anybody gonna help by pulling as well? You all can. This is all.
I am much too frail for this.
Sorry,
Much
what was
too
that?
Frail.
Oh, yeah.
I am nearly maxed out on stress, so I'm concerned about.
I am as well. I have 2 ticks left, and you have one.
Just take the
one.
Just take the trauma. It's fine.
I'll take the stress.
Okay.
I will help.
All right, I will help as well.
All right. So you get an extra 2 dice. This is in the prowess area. I would say rec would work. Any of the 4 could be argued for.
Okay. I feel like
Maybe command as you like time your friends to do it.
I am gonna go. I'm gonna go with finesse.
Okay.
Can I do not to be trifled with and also push myself?
Yes, you may do all of those things.
All right, so I take 2 stress.
2 stress.
And add a bonus die.
You get 2 and another 2 for Cricket and Grummond as well.
Bonus die?
Bonus die.
All right, and I want to do this desperately.
You are in desperate, so you don't have a choice unless you roll a crit.
All right, so position is desperate. Effect
normal
standard.
Yep.
And
3
then
bonus dice.
3. So we've got 2 for pushing, 1 for not to be trifled with.
No, you have 1 for pushing. Not to be trifled with is how you're doing it. 1 for pushing and 1 for both Grummond and Cricket assisting on pulling.
All right, so 3 bonus die. Here we go.
Yes.
And I took my 2 stress.
All right.
Come on. Oh! God dang it! Which is basically what Colette also says. God dang it!
All right. So there is a consequence or reduced effect.
Is there a position worse than desperate?
No, there is not. Desperate is as bad as it gets. So no, it's in desperate. The effect is reduced and there is a consequence. So you're like 1, 2, 3, heave, and the thing slips out of the thing, and you fly across the room, and now there is a crowbar. Just happens to be in the middle of your belly, about 3 feet shorter. Well, wait, no, it's not about 3 feet shorter. It's about 3 feet out your back. And,
holy smoke!
And a level 3 harm, crowbar in the gut, is coming your way.
But has not hit me yet?
But you have a chance to resist.
Okay. Yeah, so this happened because my hands were still covered in blood and they slipped down the crowbar. So I am absolutely going to resist.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I've not resisted yet. What am I rolling to resist?
So insight, prowess, or resolve. Basically, I would choose whichever one had the most dots in the most left-hand column.
You get an extra die for Forged in the Fire.
Or you can just use an armor if you have the equipment for it.
So I had used my 1 piece of free armor.
Yep.
I do not believe I had taken any other hits on the armor.
Nope.
But I also don't have any more slots.
Okay, so you are rolling to resist.
Rolling to resist and just choosing any one of these dudes. I mean, it feels like it's kind of a cheat if I use like skirmish since I've got 2 dots now.
No, it's your prowess inside the vertical.
But, ew, you can roll right from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and prowess would be like You just hardened your ab muscles and the thing went off to the side instead of going right through you.
Right. No, this is resolve. This is resolve for
resolve.
sure.
Resolve is like you mentally fought this off, and you did take the damage, but it didn't hurt as bad as you thought it was going to.
Yep. That's what we're doing.
Okay, go for resolve.
And it's 2 bonus die, correct?
1 bonus die.
Okay, sorry. And that's for our Forged in Fire. All
Yep.
right, here we go. Oh, Mary.
So
honest to goodness.
You take 2 stress.
Yep.
How close are you to full on stress tracker?
I am 1 away.
So, with resolve, you guys see like this reflexive action, and there is a deep red gouge across Colette's belly, but did not penetrate and actually do any damage. Okay, so there are 3 of you now who have actions before the Ghost Wardens arrive.
So Grummond has the option to take this shape charge that was supposed to be our backdoor exit strategy, put it against the vault, and that has a chance at least to get the vault door open. It also means we no longer have a rear exit.
Correct.
So he's offering that option to Lady Eloise and Cricket at your direction, because his plans haven't been coming to fruition lately.
Save the back door. I think I have an idea.
All right.
I appreciate, though, Grummond, how you have grown from mansplaining to asking. I want you to know I recognize that.
Warhammer to the face will do that to you.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
I will simply walk up to the door.
Okay.
And attempt to open by twisting the handle.
Sure.
Interesting.
That's it's a something under the insight header roll. Study, survey, tinker.
I'm thinking study.
Okay.
From listening to the clicks that the ghost caused earlier.
Right. Okay. Are you going to push yourself? You have 4 open stress.
I will push myself.
Okay. Is anybody going to assist?
I have 1 spot left open for stress, so yes, I will use that spot and assist.
Okay, so that's 2 extra dice. Anybody else going to assist?
I'll if I get to full stress, I don't die, right? It just goes into trauma, or
so if you take any stress over the full run, it moves into trauma.
All right, let's I'm going to take my 1 stress, fill that bar up, and assist.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and study. There's 2 extra. Position is desperate. Effect is standard. And there are 2 bonus dice from assists. Or is it 3? You pushed yourself. Did 2 people help?
Yes.
2 people help.
Colette and I.
So 3 bonus dice. Submit. Critical success.
Yes!
Finally!
So that was under that. So critical success. You may move back into risky if you want, or extra effect or other bonus.
I will move back into risky.
Okay. That is probably
because we
safer.
only need 1 pie on the vault door.
So you guys watch as Lady Ella, you see Colette like struggling, and you guys all latch on and pull and pull and pull and almost kill yourselves, like with the crowbar. Eloise is just watching from the corner of the room, walks forward, rotates the handle, and the door swings open. And inside is a treasure trove of nearly uncountable amount of coin. All right.
Yay.
So, there are 2 people with an action left.
We loosened it for you, Eloise. So 2 people with an action left.
Yep. Cricket and Grummond. I have a feeling I know what Grummond's action is.
Mm-hmm.
I caution everyone to watch out for the alarm plate on the floor.
Right.
And I go into, let's see, how are we going to get the loot away, folks? What's our plan?
You brought bags for that. So, in this room is 20 coin. Your characters can handle up to 4 each if they don't already have any.
Oh, shoot.
So, you can take an action now to try to get more than that coin out of this vault. What action would you be taking to try to make sure you get the most pristine carryable objects out of this room? Because I think everybody has a coin, so you guys could only carry up to 12 of this normally.
And you are speaking directly to Cricket right now, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I believe Grummond's action is going to be to blow the hole in the back of this place to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So I can do something to give us more coin slots? I kind of don't understand.
Yes, so you could take an action to attempt to, I brought extra bags, or we could do a flash. You don't have any stress. So you could say I study the room and these things are the most valuable. We're going to take those instead of just the piles of cash that are all around. If that makes sense. Or you could go with you guys carry out 3 coins each, or 3 coin worth each, and that's the end.
And if there's anything in your load slots, if you have any like load items left unaccounted for, there might be something there that could help as well.
Yeah.
Right. No, I have fine clothes and jewelry. I'm still wearing my disguise as the leper's daughter.
Right.
I have loaded dice and trick cards, trance powder.
You already used trance powder.
Charm. Can I use? Give me a moment. Can I defer? Can I ask Grummond? I would ask you to get on with your plans for that wall while I ponder how to maximize our illicit gains.
Yeah, so this feels like exactly when Grummond would have wanted to set it off.
Yep.
So he might move to one side and blow out the door on the logic that with the I'm sorry, not the Raven Clan, the
Spirit
Wardens. When they arrive, they already know where they're going, but with the sprinkler system going off and, with like soot and smoke in the air, that'll just make it more chaotic and maybe delay the amount of time until they find their way to the back of the bank here. So yeah, set that off for sure.
Okay. What are you gonna roll for that? Study to put it in the right spot, survey, tinker.
Yeah, I would say probably survey, based on the fact that he would have been working from the blueprints and plans and...
Yep.
Yeah, and also his like shrewd friend is Angus, the master architect. Like that was established in character creation.
Yep.
So hopefully that would give him a leg up on this as well.
All right. You only need you don't need any extra effect. Are you going to push yourself for more dice?
No. If we here's the thought process on that. If this doesn't work, he's going to need all the available stress to help everybody on our way out the front door. So
right.
That's the logic of saving that.
All right. Is anybody going to assist? Can anybody assist? So, Lady Eloise, you have 2 stress left. I know you don't have access to your sheet right now. Colette or Cricket, do you guys have stress you want to spend on assisting?
Into trauma if I use any.
So don't.
I believe Grummond is on his own.
Yep, we will let Grummond on his own.
All right.
Save some stress. because I need to stab.
Yeah, and he's got one like load item left, and I don't see anything. I mean, unless this bomb really wants a fine bottle of whiskey, I don't think there's anything we can do. So yeah, we're just gonna roll survey.
Roll it.
And bonus size 0. Here we go.
Oh, you never left risky, did you?
Dang it!
No,
Oh.
I'm definitely in desperate.
Oh, you were in desperate.
You rolled in risky.
Did I? Oh, I'm so sorry. That should have been in
desperate. So
Yes.
4, partial success with a consequence in desperate. There are one of two consequences here. Either the bomb doesn't go off and you guys got to go out the front door, or the bomb does go off and you didn't get far enough away. Which would you like?
The rock
Would
or
my
the hard
character
place?
have any measure of the level of harm if he didn't get far enough away?
It's going to be a level 3 harm. In desperate, yeah, it's going to be a level 3 harm.
Yeah. So yeah, like my character just isn't the sort of person who would sacrifice himself for everybody else to get away. That's just not in his character makeup.
So you guys hear pop. Silence. 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 Shit! We're going out the front. From Grummond. As the bomb fails to go
Dang
off.
it, I told you, Grumman. I told you that wasn't going to work. Never listen to me.
All right.
On the plus side, he can come in and help load the bags.
Yep. So that's what you guys are doing with Cricket. You gonna try to help get more stuff out, or are you just loading bags?
Can I use as part of my load burglary gear and count burglary gear as being
Sure.
very deep bags?
So yeah, that's burglary gear. I'll give you an extra 2 coin.
All right, I have checkmarked burglary gear, and I have passed around bags to everyone and instructed them to load up on the most valuable things they can find.
So you guys are desperately filling bags, and you are leaving out the front door. And how many of you are in desperate? 3, 2. 2 of you are in desperate, or 3?
I am.
I am as well.
3 of you are in
all
desperate.
are.
So there are whistles going off as you are now being chased down the street by bluecoats in advance of a series of spirit wardens, and the spirit wardens peel off and head inside of the bank as the bluecoats chase you down the street. Now everybody took a normal load, so we are going to roll a resistance roll to see if you guys get away, or if you want to have had a flashback for this is the time to do a flashback for this.
Which costs stress?
Flashback costs an amount of stress depending on what the flashback entails.
And that would move me into trauma if I used mine.
So if you move into trauma, then yes. If you are completely full of stress, you can do a flashback for any amount of stress you want.
Yep.
And it will give you a trauma. Traumas are fun.
Yeah, no, I'm doing that.
All right. So what did you do that you didn't tell any of your friends you were gonna do if everything went wrong and you guys were being chased out of the bank by bluecoats?
Wait, I did this myself and I didn't tell them about it?
Yeah.
Like it can't be? Okay. Yeah, so I knew I did not trust that bomb that Grumman had.
Sure.
So what I did is I talked to one of my friends in the powdered opium parlor.
Sure.
And asked him if he had a cart.
Okay.
If he had, I know he had some old rickety carts, and asked him if he had one, and I planted it in an alley close to the bank.
Okay.
Like,
this,
yeah, go.
So this, you know where this cart is, and you know that, and it's got the beasts of burden in this town are basically really big goats. They're horse-sized goats.
Yep.
And you paid off. So this is just a piece of trash cart. And you paid off.
Yep.
Your opium den guy to have this cart ready, and you get there, and you guys are running past it, and you toss Lady Eloise and Cricket your bags and yell at them, "Go, go, 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 go!" And you hop on the back of this cart and charge it into the middle of the bluecoats, and the last thing your friends see as they make their way away from this is you in the middle of 20 bluecoats taking them all on until they round a corner and lose sight of you.
Yes.
And the goats are just trampling over the ones that are behind. That's the reason there's only 20 of them on you.
Because Colette is the kind of person that Grummond is not.
Well, it's not. It is a lack of self defense. Like, it's just I'm not. There it is. Thank you for the word. Yeah.
So we will now resolve the score. So
okay, so just real quick. I'm sorry. I tossed my bags to Cricket and Lady Eloise.
Yep.
And Grummond, but Grummond got away with them, yeah?
Yes, so everybody else got away.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
So
you just didn't trust him to carry a bag.
So
exactly.
No, you didn't, because he didn't do his job with the explosives.
Correct.
Oh, and can we establish that? So my nemesis is Riven, the chemist.
Yeah.
That Riven, the chemist, like got wind that I wanted a bomb for something, and he messed with it. So that's why it didn't go off.
All right, 100%. So
and did not take any trauma off. Sorry.
Yeah, we will handle the trauma here in a moment.
Got it.
So you guys get back to your lair and pile up your winnings, having lost track of Colette. You don't know what happened to her. But you got away, and you got the money, for a total of 14 coin that you can distribute amongst the 4 of you as you see fit. Or the 4 of you and the gang. Two weeks later...
Yeah. No,
2 weeks later, Colette shows back up, scarred by her experiences in her escape. Please clear your stress tracker, Colette, and mark one of the traumas.
Cold, haunted, obsessed, paranoid, unstable, vicious, soft, reckless.
Basically, what is the mental effect of having done this? Yep. Are you cold and unfeeling now? Are you more reckless than you were before? Are you haunted by your experience? Like, what is your Go ahead.
Unstable.
Okay.
It has destabilized me.
So Colette is Colette. She's back, but at random, she will just fly into a rage and destroy something. And then that'll be it, and just calm down and be back to normal.
Oh, Colette, that's so unlike you.
This is way more than you've ever seen, though. Like, frustration and banging her hands on the table. Yeah, that was Colette. Now it is frustration picking up the table and launching it across the room. All right, so we are now in the resolution phase, which we're going to go ahead and resolve.
I don't know about you all, but I'm ready to indulge some vices.
Well, we'll get to that here in a second. Well, Colette, because you took a trauma, you are stress-free, but you've been missing for quite a while.
Okay.
And I will say that Grummond would have been a very, very strong advocate for we're setting aside Colette's share until we know what happened to her. Like, if she doesn't, if we get word that she's dead or something, then all bets are off. But until we know, because that's the deal. He's not going to throw himself in front of a bomb and take level 3 harm to help everybody, but neither is he going to rip off somebody who was on the crew. So yeah, he would say everybody gets their cut.
He's still a nice guy.
All right.
And I'm so sorry. Just that does make me ask the question: how much coin does that leave me? Because I also had the stuff that I had pulled out of the registers.
You didn't get anything out of the registers.
Okie doke.
You failed to find, as it were.
Okay.
All right. So we're at the payoff, which is on page 146. After the score, the PCs take stock of their income from the operation. A successful score generates both rep and coin. The crew earns 2 rep score by default. If the target score is a higher tier than you, take 1 plus 1 rep per tier higher. So that place was a +1 tier to you guys. So we're going to up this tier by 1, so you get 3 tier.
And that's not on our individual pages, correct?
No, that's on the Demon Skanks page. I'm acting as bookkeeper right at the moment.
Yep.
All right. So if you keep the operation relatively quiet so nobody knows about it, you earn 0 rep. That was not quiet. The crew earns coin based on the nature of the operation and any or loot they seized. You guys got 14 total coin, which is a major score. Impressive loot.
Hey.
Just divide that amongst yourselves as you see fit. So, and then remember your crew needs coin as well, or can use coin as well. So it would be, go ahead.
I'm thinking 2 coin to the crew and 3 to each of the 4 of us to divide it perfectly evenly.
All right.
That sounds perfect.
I like it.
I'm okay with that. Remember, you can only carry up to 4 coin total, and everybody started off with a coin, and nobody spent any. I don't know if anybody has spent any before this. So remember, you can also put coin in your stash instead of in your pocket, and that increases. The more coin in your stash, the better your living circumstances in the long term.
Oh, I'm gonna put one of them in my stash.
Okay.
And you start at the top left of the stash column?
Yeah, I would start at the top. No, I would start at the bottom left and fill up. That way when it's full, it's full.
Oh.
Okay. Bottom left and 3 coin.
Yep.
Okay.
I would like to put all 4 of my coin. I do not carry it on me.
Okay, so I'm going to put the coin that was in there into your stash. Oh, no, it is from the top left.
Okay.
Yeah.
That just fills in. It worked differently than
Got
I thought
it.
it did. Okay.
I also am putting my 4 in my stash and carrying the 1.
Most districts have crime bosses that expect a smaller crew to tithe from their scores. So there is a boss that you guys should be paying in the Crows. Do you pay them for this job? That'll eat 1 of the coin that you gave to the crew.
Grumman would vote yes on that.
So would Colette.
Okay.
I vote yes as well because we want our lair to be left in peace.
I am indifferent.
All right. So now we go to Heat. Duskfall is a city of prying eyes and informants, both living and ghostly. Anything you do might be witnessed, and there's always evidence left behind. To reflect this, your crew acquires heat as they commit crimes. After a score or conflict with an opponent, your crew takes heat according to the nature of the operation. 0 heat, smooth and quiet, low exposure. Contained, standard exposure.
Oh boy.
4 heat, loud, chaotic, high exposure, or 6 heat, wild, devastating exposure. That was loud to me.
Yeah.
It was. You guys didn't take the building down, but you didn't. You guys didn't do it. All right. So add 1 heat for a high-profile or well-connected target. I would think a bank is a well-connected target.
Yep.
And add 1 heat if the situation happened on hostile turf. I'm gonna go with no. You guys weren't on hostile turf. You're not at war with another faction, so no heat from that. But add 2 heat if killing was involved, whether you did it or not. Bodies draw attention.
sorry.
So that totals out to 4, 5, 7 heat, right? 4 for the
4.
loud.
Yeah.
1 for the high-profile bank, basically.
Yeah.
And then 2 more because there was
Yep.
some small murder involved. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 4,
Oh my
5,
goodness,
6.
that's a lot of heat.
So you guys got 2 heat left before it's real critical. When the heat level reaches 9, you gain a wounded level. You guys aren't wounded yet. Don't worry about incarcerations. Don't worry about entanglements or arrest. Gang trouble, interrogation, downtime activities. All right. So what do your characters do between scores? Colette, your character collected a trauma between scores. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I chose that.
You did. So everybody gets 2 downtime activities. They can use it to reduce stress, reduce heat, acquire assets, or do a long-term project. Or if you have a wound, if you have a wound, you can also lower your wound.
Is there a way of clearing trauma?
So that is handled in role play more than anything. Basically, if you come to terms with your trauma, then you can mark it as resolved, and it's no longer like doing the things to your character. But since Colette just gained the trauma, she can't really get rid of it right now.
Do I get rid of the stabbed level 1 stabbed harm?
Yep. So you're getting your trauma also clears that.
Okay.
Oh,
and
but
can I? Yeah, go.
Oh, so trauma going forward. One of the things it does is, at the end of a score, if you have a trauma, one of your downtime activities must be indulging your vice, even if you don't need to reduce any stress. So, but you just picked it up. So getting the trauma clears all your wounds, all your stress this time.
Okay. And I will be indulging my vice, and we'll do that when...
Well, you don't have any downtime activities to do so. Also, if you don't have any stress, you don't want to indulge your vice. Because if you want to reduce your stress, the way you do that is by using one or more of your downtime activities to indulge your vice. Who would like to do that?
Oh, I would.
Okay, so if you go to your character sheet, there should be a thing that says indulge vice. Yeah. So click on that button.
I am going to go eat, drink, and make merry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead.
And 0 bonus.
Indulging your vice. Yeah, there's no okay. you roll, find out how much stress your character relieves. A vice roll is a little like resistance roll in reverse. The effectiveness of your indulgence depends on your character's worst attribute rating, their weakest quality, insight, prowess, or resolve. So basically you click on that button and then it'll choose which one is the worst. And then roll that. Oh.
Goodness.
That is amazing. So you roll to find out how much your stress relieves. Vice roll. So vice roll, overindulge, ignoring your vice. I think there's no critical on the vice roll. You just take the lowest result, which is 6. So you take your 9 stress and reduce it to 3.
Really? I get a crit roll and it counts for nothing?
No, it doesn't count for nothing. I mean, it I wouldn't have... So if you had done that and you were in danger of overindulging, I wouldn't have had you overindulge.
Mm.
And if I'm reading it correctly, if you'd rolled like a 6 and a 3, then you only would have gotten the 3 if
correct.
I'm reading that. So yeah, the fact that you got a crit means you get the full 6.
Yeah, you know what? Not complaining, dear Cricket, about reducing your stress by 6 while I'm over here bashing tables.
All right.
Love you.
Who else is reducing their? Who else is indulging their vice for one of their activities?
Grumman is certainly, and just also, just if it helps, we'll also be spending some coin to reduce, or however you would reduce heat, because
that is.
Go ahead.
Also a thing you can do in your downtime. You can just tell that you're doing it. That's suspending a thing, or you can just spend some coin to pay off your heat too. So, so
if you spend some coin, it doesn't take one of your activities?
Right.
Okay, or you could use an activity to reduce it.
Right.
Gotcha.
All right, so Grummond, if you're going to indulge your vice, go ahead and do so.
All right, I'm just going to hit that, and bonus dice 0.
So he's also 0 dice, so you reduce 5
Nice.
stress. You currently have 9 stress, so you're down to 4.
Yep, got it.
And then, Lady Eloise, you said you were going to as well?
Yes. I'm going to indulge my vice by taking that nice new spirit Tom.
Oh, good. That's what we needed. Okay.
Yep. And compelling him, because I still need to find the specific spirit I'm even in town to look for.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, one day you guys... So, okay, hold on. Grummond, what is your vice and what does it look like?
So he's an inveterate gambler, so specifically on horse races. So he would have gone to engage in that. And on that note, do I reduce by 1 coin, or
no?
How does that?
So you spent an activity. So you could spend a coin to engage your vice again if you wanted to not do that instead. So it doesn't cost you any coin. You managed to restrain yourself from overindulging, and so you just spent some petty cash, not enough to consume a coin.
Okay, I can say that I do think that he would spend a coin to indulge
again
in more stress relief. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that after the weirdness that is Lady Eloise.
Understood.
All right, so Lady Eloise is, you guys one day catch her with a spirit exiting a spirit bottle that has a Tom Thumb in it. Never mind.
I know.
And at this point, you guys just all like leave the room, and the sounds that come from the room that this is happening in are strange, disturbing. And Cricket, you know how that you felt that hand pass through your face and your face felt cold? Your soul felt cold, as it were. Yeah, the what you're hearing through your ears reminds you of that, but kind of on a lower level. All right, so indulge vice for Lady Eloise. No bonus dice.
Putting pillows over my head.
Right. So Lady Eloise reduces dice by thing by 3, down to 4. All right, so Drummond, you wanted to spend a coin to get an extra activity of reducing stress again, so you may feel free to do that.
Yeah, and is my count correct that we started with 1 coin,
Yep.
and then we each picked up 3 from the heist?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to take 1 away and then do indulge vice.
All right, so you had 4 stress. You reduce it by 4, so you do not overindulge, and you have 0 stress.
Okay. And then, whether it's an action or a coin, he would also want to reduce the heat as well.
So you could just glad hand and reduce heat. Say how you reduce heat on the crew and roll an action. Reduce heat by the results. So choose a insight, prowess, or resolve. How are you reducing heat? And roll a that.
So as a spider, it's sort of the interpersonal connections
Yep.
that are his specialty. And as someone who works in the law profession, and like he's known among like the barristers as being like super anti-crime,
Right.
which is like that's his whole like cover story. So yeah, he would certainly roll for his choice would be consort. But am I rolling for resolve?
No, consort is fine. Well, yeah, it'd be under resolve. So, you can add a D if you have a friend or contact who can help you with this downtime activity.
So we do have as part of our crew like the, what is it, the whatever the word is, the the crew sheet. One
Conway?
of our contacts is a blue core.
Yeah.
Conway the blue coat.
Yeah, you could use Conway.
All right. So yeah, between that and like, we've got to get rid of all this crime, right, Conway? And then yes, sir. So is it +1 on consort?
+1 on resolve. Because
resolve,
we're not in a score. It's the verticals. It's always the verticals when you're not in a score, and it's always the horizontals for actions in a score.
All right. So here we go.
Nice.
A 6. So clear 3 heat. So that reduces you guys down to 4 heat. So that is your extra activity. Anybody else? What is everybody else doing for their second activity?
Am I allowed to do any activities?
No, because you acquired a trauma and it took you weeks to show back up. Sorry.
All right, so I'm
completely
out of this.
You can use coin if you want.
Yeah. What I'd like to do is use coin not to indulge a vice, but to do something else, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm asking. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So I'd like to use a coin to help reduce our heat.
Okay.
And here is my thought.
Sure.
And you can tell me if it's not going to work.
Okay.
One of my dangerous friends is Mercy, a cold killer.
Right.
And I'm wondering if I could pay Mercy to take somebody in the force who might be coming after us out.
Okay. 100% that is a possibility.
All right.
Insight, prowess, or resolve.
Just give me a second. Where's this kind of it? This kind of it. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Just let me. I think insight. I think that's the one.
Go for it. And plus 1D for your friend. Who's
right,
gonna go murder somebody for you.
Yes. Bonus die 1?
Yep.
All right. Oh, come on. Mercy.
A 2.
Dang it!
Clear 1 heat. So Mercy goes out and kills somebody, picks up some heat on herself, but does clear 1 heat off of your group.
Awesome. And I'm down 1 coin.
Yeah, you spent 1 coin for that.
All right. Thank you.
Lady Eloise or Cricket?
I will choose to spend a coin.
You still have a free action too.
I do. Sorry, I went about that in reverse order. I was thinking I want to do 2 things, so I will take a turn to reduce heat.
Okay.
By dressing up in my fine clothes and jewelry. And attracting one of the blue coats who might be in charge.
Right.
And kind of doing a Scheherazade sort of thing and convincing him that he's not really interested in tracking us down after all.
Nice.
Go for it.
So I'm going to roll prowess.
Sure. That fits for Scheherazade. Do you have a friend helping you out for this?
My sly friend, Bazobaz, gang leader, gets the gentleman into position.
Sure.
So that I can, separated from his friends.
Got it. All right. So roll plus 1D. Plus one bonus dice. 6. That clears 3 heat. We're clearing the remainder of the heat off of you guys.
Yay.
So you are now back to 0 heat.
And then can I also...
no.
Oh, sorry.
No, you finish. Sorry.
Can I also spend a coin to indulge my vice again? Or do I
Absolutely.
wait until everybody else is?
Let's go back to who hasn't done their second one yet. I don't
Lady
think
Eloise?
Lady Eloise has not.
But I think she might be occupied.
Right. So go for it, Cricket.
Okay. So I will take 1 coin off, and then I roll to indulge vice.
Yep.
No bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Click.
So you
one?
reduce by 1. So down to 2.
Okay.
Which is good, because if it was the 4, that would have been bad. All right.
Wait.
Hmm.
If it's the 4...
You would have overindulged.
Oh. And what happens when one overindulges?
So there's a page for that. 156. Overindulgence. If your vice roll clears more stress levels than you had marked, you overindulge. A vice is not a reliable, controllable habit. It is a risk. One that drives your character to act against their best wishes. Best in interests. When you overindulge, you made a bad call because of your vice in acquiring it or under its influence. To bring the effect of the bad decision, select overindulgence from the list. Attract trouble. You gain. We're not dealing with entanglements. Brag about your exploits. You gain 2 heat. Lost. Your character vanishes for a few weeks. You gotta play a different character for a while. Or tapped. Your current purveyor cuts you off. You need to spend downtime to find a new purveyor of your vice. Basically, in your case, with your fine dining and everything, if you overindulge, you could just get banned from that restaurant. And you have to spend time figuring out another restaurant that is good enough for you.
Whoa.
I didn't want to
sounds
eat
like
there
that could be
anyway.
kind of fun, though.
Well, yeah. All right. Lady Asuda, are you back to where you can speak?
Yes, I am.
All right. Can you? What's your second action?
Oh, of the friends list, I do believe I took a demon as a friend.
You do have a demon as a friend.
I'm going to consult the demon as well to see if they have any additional information.
Are you doing
basically indulging vice?
Okay, so consulting a demon to indulge your vice.
Find.
Yep. This is a thing
continue to find the spirit.
This is a thing you can do. All right, so we're gonna indulge the vice again for your second action. Did that not? Where did that? Hold on. Bonus dice 0. No, 1 because you had a friend help you out. 6. You overindulge.
Oh no!
Clear all of your stress. So, did you attract trouble? Did you brag? Or did you lose? Did you like wander off into the town and just everybody loses track of you for a while? Or did you tap out?
Everybody definitely lost track of me for a while, chasing down false leads.
All right. So it's been it's lonely for a few weeks in the former Church of the Ecstasy of the Flesh, nay boudoir, nay whatever that your thing is. As the only people who hang around there for a while are Grummond and Cricket, going, what the heck happened to everybody else?
I was going to say, first Colette and Lady Eloise, won't we all be together again?
Oh, no!
So, you guys, it takes a few weeks, and you spend some time, and you eventually, first Colette and then Lady Eloise show back up looking much worse for the wear. During this time, Grummond has sent his spies out into the world, has listened to his spider web of contacts, and says to you all as Lady Eloise is walking in the back door. Hey guys, I think I have the perfect score. And we'll go ahead and end there. So, can I have the players please tell me who you are and what it is that makes you famous?
We reverse alphabetical?
We did reverse alphabetical first, so let's go alphabetical this time.
That's all you, Angel.
Okay. I'm Auspicious Angel. I'm available at twitch.tv/AuspiciousAngel for various, usually full-length blind playthroughs, but I also very much love hanging out in the stream chats of everybody else here.
Yay.
Bathroom?
And
Fair.
I moo, do you moo too? I stream occasionally when I can in fits and spurts at twitch.tv/I moo, do you moo too. And you can also find me in various other people's chats.
It is true. I am Mia of twitch.tv/morethanamia. I have a regular stream schedule, variety streamer, and first and full playthroughs is my thing, and lots of laughter.
And a couple swears.
Just a few. Definitely not
super
family friendly.
Super creative.
Yay.
Oh yeah.
Hi, and I am Sudakitsune. I stream off and on with my wife under the Fox Fam at twitch.tv, the Fox Fam, or / the Fox Fam. We are variety streamers and a VTuber. We stream all sorts of stuff, but are sadly currently on a little hiatus until July 16th when we will be streaming our baby shower,
Yay!
opening our gifts, and then we will pick up regular streams from there.
Congratulations on the
awesome.
baby.
Indeed.
I'm gonna have to remember to be there.
And-
All right.
For Foxy getting out of the hospital today. Yay!
Yes.
I'm actually in the hospital room right now picking her up.
Nice.
Okay.
Awesome. Well,
And
tell her.
we will be walking out here any minute.
Give her
Master
a hug. Give her a hug for us. Thank you everybody for watching. It has been great having you here. This has been a load of fun. Who knows? There may be another one shot of this someday. I hope that will be the case. I hope to see you all then. Thank you everybody for watching. It has been great having you here. Bye.